Welcome to the channel. It's 8th edition 40k. It's Aeldari versus Space Marines. And welcome back to Warhammer, where we bring you another 8th edition battle report. This time it's ever so slightly different, and I'll explain why in a minute. So we are here on this sandy planet, and we're playing Cleanse and Capture, one of the original missions from the 8th edition rulebook. So there's 6 objectives on the table. You pull 3 Maelstrom cards, and we're coming away from the narrative ever so slightly, because we welcome back to the channel one of my favourite guests. I have to say that whilst he's here. Mr. Winters. Say hi, Winters.
Hi, Winters.
You get to do it this time.
Yeah, I know, it doesn't happen very often.
No, and
Thanks
you've come down for another punch-up.
Yes.
Down to the studio, and you thought we would bless YouTube with this particular battle report, because you suggested, well, actually you told me,
Yes.
Build the strongest list you can.
Yes, with the models that you have, because we get quite a few suggestions, questions from people saying, you guys play too much narrative, is a thing that we get from time to time, and to be honest, we like narrative.
Yeah.
And we thought we'd bring strong lists this time and throw the narrative out in the trash and just play 2 strong lists. Aeldari versus Space Marine. So your strongest Aeldari list versus a pretty strong Space Marine list. It's not a tournament list. I don't have Guilliman, I don't have Leviathan, Dreadnoughts, don't have any of that. You don't have any of the mass cheese either.
I mean, there's some.
There's some cheese.
Not much.
There's some cheddar here today, but these are 2, I'd say 80% power.
Yeah.
Oh, and also solo as well. That's the other thing, because you could soup it up, right? And I could soup it up with.
Yeah.
This is solo Space Marine Aeldari lists. We won't be throwing marshmallows at each other. There'll be bolt guns. There'll be las cannons.
We've gone for 2,000 points, and it's supposed to be 2,000 points of dick kicking.
Yeah.
That's the plan, right?
I'm going to be like John Wick, and you've just killed my dog. It's going to be that mean.
I have a feeling that this is essentially retaliation and revenge for that recent game we did on DZTV for the 1-year anniversary.
I'm not playing Aeldari this time, Liam.
No, yeah. If you're not a DeploymentZone.tv subscriber, you should probably take out a subscription just to go and watch our 1-year anniversary game where we wrote lists for each other and Farseer Winters was born.
There isn't a thing. That isn't a
It
thing.
is a thing, though.
It's not a thing, Liam.
We even get emails now addressing Farseer Winters, don't we?
People want t-shirts with Farseer Winters on, and those aren't happening.
I make the t-shirts, actually, so that could happen. I didn't know that was a request. Okay.
I've had about 10.
So I assume this is probably revenge, and I assume he's going to try and crush the Aeldari, but
I thought it was a good idea. After playing with them, it'd be nice to destroy some. I like killing Aeldari.
to try and destroy some.
Try. It's going to be one of those games where whoever goes first is going to have a big advantage.
It could be interesting, yeah. So, like I said, we've got 2,000 points. It is Cleanse and Capture, so it is a standard rulebook mission. We are playing Dawn of War. We're keeping it quite simple so that it doesn't detract from the lists and the tactics, essentially. But as you already know, there are 3 objective markers a turn. 3 objective cards a turn. And you have to try and score as many of those 3 as you can. We still have First Blood, Slay the Warlord and Linebreaker. It's First Blood, not First Strike, because it's an original rulebook mission. It's not chapter approved 2018.
Yep.
And that's about everything.
Well, one more thing I have to jump in there, because it is the 13th. This isn't attached to any of the narrative that is happening on my YouTube or on Deployment Zone right now. Because on Deployment Zone right now, this should come out at the same time in the middle of the Death of Hope campaign.
Yeah.
So the Death of Hope campaign is on DZTV right now, and the 13th are embroiled in a deep narrative there. This is not connected with that.
And who are you playing in the Death of Hope campaign with?
Saim Hann.
Saim Hann, he's a
Saim
legend.
Hann is bringing his Aeldari, and I get to kill lots of Aeldari. So that's, again, one of my favourite things. But yeah, this isn't connected with that narrative. This is a standalone
This is
thing.
outside of that campaign. If
Oh,
you're interested in that narrative against Saim Hann, again, you have to head over to DeploymentZone.tv. There's also the Galmec incident, which was against Saim Hann.
Yep.
And
The Pride Before Dawn.
Pride Before Dawn, yeah.
Patent tutorials, big debates.
Just loads, isn't
Our
there?
open day's coming up after this video as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it should be after this video actually. This one should be out before the open
Yeah.
day. I'd hope so. Where are we now? Yeah, it should be. So,
Yeah.
and that's on the 31st of August.
Yeah, the first deployment zone open day. I'm really looking forward to that.
At the point at which we're filming this, there's currently only 9 tickets left.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, they're probably all sold out.
And if you want details for tickets, you have to head on over to the website and look at the DZHQ, which is what used to be our old More Winter series on this channel, and we moved it to deployment zone.
Yeah.
And we sit and chat nonsense.
Yeah.
There's another one of those coming out soon as well.
Yeah, you got one in the bank, right?
Yeah. It's going up very soon after this video is being filmed. It'll be out before this video goes live.
Okay. Right.
I think that covers all of that. So some quick shout outs. This battle mat and this rock scenery here, these are all from GameMat.eu. GameMat.eu have got a load of pre-printed scenery and battle mats. They're awesome. They'll be linked below. This scenery here, this is from Urban Mats. Again, awesome pre-printed scenery. I love this Star Wars desert, Tatooine looking type stuff.
Sand.
Yes.
I don't like sand.
The objective markers, they are from Cromlech.eu. We also have command point tokens, and there's deploymentzone.tv dice, but they are all available through the merchandise page of the DZTV website.
I have the high ground Anakin. Do you know Star Wars? You don't watch movies.
I've seen Star Wars, it was a long time ago.
Gold leader standing by.
Yeah.
You're a scruffy looking nerf.
I could be red leader, right, with that.
You could be, and I could be. I don't know who the blue. I don't think there's the blue thing in Star Wars.
Porkins.
Porkins.
Is he a blue leader?
I think he was the gold leader. Wedge
is
is
he?
the dude, though.
But you look a bit like Porkins.
What?
Should we go have a look at the list?
Yes, please.
And here is 2,000 points of Craft World Eldar. It's actually 1997 points, I think, if I remember rightly. But it's an Outrider and a Spearhead, the one with all the heavies and the one with all the fasts. I don't have a battalion yet. The Guardians are yet to be painted. We're going to use some contrast for that because it's new and shiny and it looks like it will paint Guardians quickly. However, today we don't have them. We have an Outrider and a Spearhead, like I say. So heading up the Outrider, we have the Farseer Morai, who is the Warlord. His Warlord traits Fate's Messenger, gives him an additional wound and a 6+ feel no pain.
And him and the 13th have a bit of a beef, actually.
They have history, especially if Solgaro's here. Is Solgaro here?
Solgaro's not here.
Okay.
Competitive. Man.
Shame.
Going strong.
He also has the relic, the Phoenix Gem. Essentially, if he loses his last wound, his soul explodes, I guess, and it mortal wounds people all around him, and he can survive with a single wound remaining if he inflicts a mortal wound on someone else, like I guess like a soul siphon. Second in command next to him, he has a Warlock. Both Skyrunners because this is Saim Han. Morai has Executioner and Guide. I don't like Doom that much. I know it's highly rated, but I prefer Executioner. And then the Warlock to his right, the second in command, has Protect Jinx, which is +1 to save or -1 to save. In the Outrider, we then have 3 squads of Windrider jet bikes. We have a squad of 6 there with Shuriken cannons. The Saim Han trait allows me to move and fire heavy weapons without penalty for jet bike units. And infantry, or in fact all our units can reroll failed charges.
So why aren't you using the -1 Craft World thingy bob?
So we spoke about this, and if we were going to go proper hardcore pain in the arse fight each other, I probably wouldn't pick Saim Han.
Yeah.
I probably would pick a Latok more than likely.
And that's the -1 thing.
Yeah, maybe Ulthway with a 6+ feel no pain across the whole army.
I think the strongest one is making your army -1. And
it probably is.
The strongest for me would probably be Raven Guard, making my entire army -1, but they kind of cancel each other out, and it's...
Yeah, exactly. And mine are painted red and yours are painted blue, so I couldn't really get away with it. So I would like to run a Latok to be more competitive, but we're not going to go that far down the rabbit hole. So we are running Saim Han. So they will be affected by the fact that I can move and fire heavy weapons without penalty as scatter lasers. That's about the only thing in the whole army that benefits from the Craft World attribute, unless I decide to charge with the Warlocks or the Farseer. They've got Witchblades, they can wound on 2s, they do D3 damage each. They're not terrible, but I probably don't want to be embattled in fight with Space Marines. Hey-ho. The other squad of bikes behind, we've got 3 Shuriken cannons, they're assault weapons. And then here we've got a squad of 6 Shuriken Catapults, the close range ones that kick out 4 shots apiece. And they have Blade Storm, so 6s are AP -3. Very importantly, it's power armour. In the flyer slots, the 2 flyer battlefield roles in that detachment, we have a Crimson Hunter Exarch who has 2 Bright Lancers and a Pulse Laser. And then we have a Hemlock Wraith Fighter with his 2 heavy D-sides. He also has Protect Jinx. He cannot use the protect part of the power. He can only use the aggressive part, the Jinx part. That's just part of the rules that Hemlocks have. Then we have a squad of 5 Dark Reapers with Reaper launchers, and then we have 2 Wave Serpents with a Shuriken Cannon and twin scatter lasers. Wave Serpents are quite frankly an awesome unit. They're a transport, which is a bonus, but they're just a good tank all round anyway for lots of firepower and manoeuvrability and survivability. So we bought 2 of those, even though only one of them will have a squad of troops inside. The Spearhead is headed up by another Warlock Skyrunner. He has got Conceal Reveal. which essentially gives me -1 to hit or removes his cover save. And then finally, we have the 4 heavy support choices from that particular detachment. We've got 2 Night Spinners with Doomweavers and 2 Fire Prisms. And I believe I've given all 4 Spirit Stones. I'll have to check, it might just be 2. Spirit Stones are 5 points, and there are 6 up for no pain, so it's worth it.
For 5 points?
Yeah, for 5 points. It's good. It might be 10.
A bargain.
No, it's 10 points. I lied to you.
It's still a bargain at 10 points.
It's still a bargain at 10 points. 5 points is Crystal Targeting Matrix, which you can give them, which I haven't, which means if they move and shoot at the nearest, they don't suffer the penalty for moving and firing heavy weapons.
Can you give them real bullets instead of this Blady Storm nonsense
Blade
as well?
Storm's amazing.
Mass reactive explosive rounds are what you need.
No, I don't think we have. We've got lasers, more lasers, scatter lasers, Shuriken Blade Storm bullets. There's big lasers on the fire. It's all lasers and, yeah, no.
Can you give them a sense of humility?
No. No. What we can give them is lots of Space Marines to kill. So, that is my 2,000 points of strongest Eldar that I think I can bring from what I currently own. And we told Winters to do the same. So let's go and have a look at the 13th. And here we have 2,000 points of the 13th, Winters' Space Marines. And there's something I've instantly noticed, Winters.
What's that?
You've said be competitive.
Yeah.
And you've bought regular Space Marines.
Yeah.
And a drop pod.
Yeah.
Is that for ironic purposes or?
No. So this isn't the strongest list I can field, but it's a pretty strong list. It's 1999 points. I use Salamander Chapter Tactics. The reason why that is because I can reroll hit rolls of reroll 1 hit, 1 wound.
Yeah.
Every single turn. And so basically a bunch of rerolls. So 3 command point rerolls essentially. If I wanted to be stronger, it'd be Raven Guard, but I have never ran Raven Guard as the 13th before, because I think that's a rather bespoke thing. And if I wanted to make this list stronger, it would have more dreadnoughts in it. The first time I did it, I put 5 dreadnoughts in it for the long-range dagger and just maximising the missile launchers, las cannons in the backfield. But and if it wanted to be really strong, there'd be Guilliman in it as well, obviously, for the mass reroll. But I couldn't cheese out that much. I just couldn't cheese out that much. So this is as far as I can go and just shower it off afterwards.
Still feel good about it.
Yeah. So
okay.
In a strong list, obviously, you'd have, it's a battalion, and there is a jump captain without a storm shield, because he's not going to really get in combat. I will spend a command point and give him the Teeth of Terror.
Yeah.
And his warlord trait will be Storm of Fire, so everything within 6 inches of him that wounds on 6s gets an extra -1 AP.
Yes.
And the reason why I haven't made him a smash captain is because he's not going to be trying to get in close combat. He's going to be floating around with the Inceptors, the jumpy dudes, and make their strength 5 -1 assault bolt rifles -2 with 6s to wound. That's the plan there. And the Teeth of Terror is a relic chainsword to give him extra attacks in case he gets into close combat. And then there's a lieutenant with him. And then the other relic is on the Ancient, and he has the standard of the Emperor Ascendant, which
the Morris Dancer. He's a Morris Dancer, right?
Yeah, instead of them firing again on a 4, they'll fire again on a 3. And it makes Space Marines fearless within 6 inches of him as well.
Cool.
So there's some synergy there. The Lieutenant at the back with the Dreadnoughts with Might of Wisdom with the Ancients on for re-rolling 1s, and the Lieutenant re-rolling wound rolls of 1, and the Captain jumping around with Storm of Fire with the jumpy dudes. Now, every competitive Space Marine list should have the Ancient and 10 Hell Blasters, at least 10 Hell Blasters, so I've got 10 Hell Blasters.
Yeah, at the back there.
I got 10 Intercessors because with Bolted Discipline, kicking out 20 shots at -1 AP at 30-inch range is actually quite a good deal. And then I brought along a drop pod. Because I dropped all the Dreadnoughts, a couple of the Dreadnoughts, I decided to bring a drop pod along, and the 2 squads of Tactical Marines have got combi melters in, so a bit more anti-tank basically. That's it. There's some synergies there. It's all about synergy, this list. There's a backfield castle of Hell Blasters and las cannons, and then there's the speed of the drop pods and the jumpy dudes bouncing around all over the place. Should mention that the Dreadnought is a Venerable, so he's hitting on 2s. And the Contemptor Mortis Dreadnought, which is a Forge World option, he hits on 2s as well.
With 4 las cannon shots as well. I faced one of those not too long ago, they're quite frightening. Yeah. And then we've got the Predator with, that's an autocannon on the top?
Autocannon, las cannon.
And two las cannons.
Again, to full cheese out would be tri-las
So you've got a lot of firepower, a lot of punch. Those intercessors, Brom runs them as the veterans from the Vigilus book.
Yeah.
And 40 shots at 30 inches at -1 is horrendous.
Yeah, but I'm using Salamander Chap Tactics, so I can't do that.
Yeah, but still, 20 is good.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there it is. There is 1999 points
of the heroes.
The 13th, the
of
Space
the good
Marines.
guys.
And they definitely have
Angels
the
of
staying
Death.
power and the punch. You've got 8 command points to my 5.
Yeah,
We've talked about your 2 relics. We've talked about your warlord traits.
Yes. Yeah.
You've got no psychers today. There's no librarians here.
No.
Interesting.
No, suffer not the witch to live.
Anyway, it is what it is. It's 2 strong lists. We're going to try and kick the snot out of each
See,
other.
there's going to be a chunk of people who say these lists are not strong at all.
They're strong for what we own, though, right?
For what we own, they're strong.
That's the
and
difference.
everything's relative. There are much, much stronger versions of these lists. But compared to what you normally see on the channel, what we normally do is bring down a bit of everything.
Yeah.
And these are designed to work together and to pack a certain amount of punch. I am aware it can be much stronger, but this is a good start. If you're looking at building a strong Space Marine list, get your Hellblasters, get your Jumpy Dudes, and get a chunk of Dreadnoughts and start from that core.
Yeah.
I think it's a good core at the current 8th edition rule set.
Cool. Perfect. Right. So that's that. We're going to go into some Dawn of War deployment, and we'll come right back after deployment. And we're back at the end of deployment. So we're using original 8th edition rules. It was roll off, pick zones, etc. You go, I go. You got to put down first.
Yes, I did.
And then we alternated, and essentially.
And then I stopped you after you put down the first 2 units because I completely changed my mind.
Yeah, we started again.
Yeah, because I put some down here without looking. I was stood up, getting carried away, and put some stuff down because there's an objective there. And then after I put down my second unit, then I had a look and I couldn't see anything because of this large line of sight blocking terrain. And on my right and on my left couldn't see anything. And I said, could we start again, please?
Yeah.
And put my castle over here instead.
Which makes sense.
Which I can see more.
More arcs, right? So he started castling up over there. As you can see, we've got Hellblasters, both Dreadnoughts. You've got the Lieutenant, the Ancient, and the Predator. There's also 5 there. You split your intercessors into 2 combat squads because you worked out that if you combat squadded, we still both had 13 units and you still finished deploying first.
Yes.
Which, as per original 8th edition rules, means you get to choose to go first.
Yes, because I put both of my tactical squads in the drop pod. So that's 3 drops for 1 there.
Yeah, exactly. And then over on this side, you'll see in the centre you've got all your Jumpy Dudes because they've got like an 18-inch range, right?
No, they're 18-inch range. Now I'm going to have to, but they only move 10, so they've got a 28-inch threat range, and I think I'll probably have to advance to shoot you, but they are assault bolters. So
right.
Want to hit,
but by putting them in the middle of the board, you got a lot more arc of fire, like a big spread of fire there.
More spread.
That's good hand movement. I like that.
More spread. Like Nutella.
There's 5 more intercessors on the right. Obviously, the captain is in there with the Jumpy Dudes for Storm of Fire because he can keep up with them with his jump back.
Yes.
And then you've got your 2 5-man tactical squads in the drop pod in reserve.
Yes.
In retaliation, we've got the Hemlock on the wing because they're fast, obviously. A Wave Serpent full of Dark Reapers. We've got a Prism here because their range is huge. A big squad of 6 Scat Laser Bikes here. I can reach out and touch his infantry. Now, normally that means he can't touch me. I have 36-inch range. He's a 30-inch range, but obviously they can move as well. They can move 6 inches in fire. So with the Intercessor's range as opposed to tactical squads, I'm always in danger with them, but I still can outrange him to a point. We also have the Fast Series Warlocks, and we've got the 3-man squad of Shuriken Cannons. There's 2 Night Spinners. Night Spinners don't care about line of sight, and they've got a 48-inch range. They can fire up and over with indirect fire. So I just stuck them somewhere near the middle that was opposite the bulk of his force, so I can rain down fire. And they're a 2-damage weapon as well, so they are designed for killing Primaris and Inceptors, etc. So they're really good at it. We've then got an empty Wave Serpent because it's a good gunboat, another Fire Prism, and don't forget we can linked fire if we need to as well. And then we've got a squad of 6 Shuriken Catapult Bikes and the Crimson Hunter Exarch. So that's that. Now, currently, you've got first turn.
Yes.
It wouldn't make any sense for me to not see, so I'm just going to grab a dice. And I've got myself a deploymentzone.tv dice available on the website.
Don't do it, Liam.
You email this man for him.
Don't do it,
And we're going to try and seize initiative with some mad elder trickery. That's a 1.
That's the opposite of a 6,
That's
Liam.
the exact opposite of what. Did you touch that dice first, Fuentes?
I licked it. I put it up my left nostril, not my right nostril.
Okay, that's your bad luck nostril, right? The left one.
Let's go.
So that's that. Let's move into the 13th. Turn 1.
Nice.
Orders for the 13th. Area denial, which can be achieved on the first turn. I didn't know. A lightning strike. Score a victory point if at least one enemy unit that was entirely within the enemy deployment zone at the start of the turn was destroyed during this turn, and blood and guts. Destroy things in the fight phase. Let's see what Winters does.
What have you done, Liam?
They're just laughing at you. It's just you.
What have I done?
We're at the end of the movement phase
Yes.
for the 13th, and because this is a bit more of a try and kick the snot out of each other game, I thought it would be worth you explaining to people your tactical decisions.
My tactical decisions normally involve screening the shooty stuff, but you're Eldar, and I don't really think that you want to get in close combat with my stuff. I mean, you'd normally typically screen the Hellblasters.
Yes.
But if your bikes charge those Hellblasters, then I'd just overcook and shoot you, and then I'd probably kill you in close combat anyway, so I haven't bothered screening them. So they've just pushed forward a little bit. They've stood still because bolt discipline is a thing, so they can fire twice now, and I am in range of your bikes. Yeah. So castle, very little movement here. In the middle, the jump captain's there, providing reroll hit rolls of 1. These 2 squads had to advance to get into range.
Yes.
I rolled a 3 on that one and a 5 on that one, so I'm quite far forward. This one didn't. This one's nice and in range of your bikes. And then these guys couldn't see because line of sight block and terrain is a thing, so they had to move forward. No discipline, no bolted discipline there. Long story short, everything gets forward into range so I can shoot stuff.
So you have nothing that can't fire strictly at the moment, can you?
And I'm going to get area denial. And if I kill something in the deployment zone, I'll get lightning strike. And I'm looking for first blood.
And lightning strike, considering everything's in my deployment zone because I haven't had a turn yet, is quite likely as well.
Yeah.
So that's that. That's the end of your movement phase.
Yes.
You have no psychers.
I have no psychers.
So we're going to move into...
Stuff not the witch to live.
We're going to move into Space Marines shooting phase.
Okay.
Okay, so we're in the shooting phase for the 13th, and we're going to start over here on this flank with these 5 intercessors. And you've declared you're going to shoot at the scatter laser jet bikes here.
Yes, please.
So I'm spending my first 2 command points on lightning fast reflexes.
Eldar trickery.
It's -1 to hit, basically.
Is it?
So 5 shots now hitting on 4s.
Okay, 4s. And I can re-roll that one because I'm a salamander.
Yeah, so you hit 4 times. Toughness 4.
Okay, 4s to wound. Oh no, re-roll 1? No, that didn't. Oh.
So the intercessors, but that's not your hard hitters, right? You've now got 24 shots from the interceptors.
Yes, but it wasn't an auspicious start. It could have been better.
It could have been better.
So these guys didn't advance, so it's now -1 for them to hit, right?
Yeah, so you hit on 4s.
So I'm hitting on 4s into that squad.
Rerolling 1s for your captain.
1 for a captain, and then 1 of the 2s for salamanders.
You still get all these ones to reroll as well.
Have I?
There's 2 here.
Yes, thanks. That didn't help, Liam.
No.
Okay. That wasn't great. Look at all those 3s.
But it's 3s to wound now because they're strength 5.
It is 3s to wound.
They're all natural -1.
This is going to work.
And 6 is AP -2.
It doesn't work.
Well, I don't know. So 3. So hang on. Get rid of the 6s.
There's the -2s.
So we have 6 here at -1. Now
Yes.
jet bikes are a 4+ save. So these are 5 up armor saves. I pass 2, so I lose 2 bikes straight away. These are 6 up armor saves. I lose a 3rd bike, so 1 squad's fired, and I've lost half the squad already. Now we're going to move on to this 5-man squad, who are going to shoot into the remaining 3.
Yeah, what I was going to do was put some into them, into the big squad, and some into the other squad. But now I'm hitting on 5, so I'm going to have to guarantee that first blood. So put everything into them, and it might be a bit of overkill, but hopefully it is overkill, basically. I'm looking for overkill.
But it's 2 victory points for you, isn't it?
It is,
with lightning strike and first blood.
So 5s to hit.
That's a lot of target acquireds.
And a lot of 2s. Look at all those 2s. Rerolling the 1s, and then I'll reroll one of these because of salamanders.
Okay.
Okay, so that minuses to hit really helped you.
Yeah, it was one of the best 2 command point stratagems I think we've got.
Because these guys
But that's still not terrible. But you wounded on 3s again.
Yeah, rerolling one of these.
Wow, okay. So that is many at AP -1.
Yes.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at AP -1. So I have 5 up saves. And I pass 3. So I lose 2 bikes and 1 save of 6+, which I fail. So I lose 2 bikes and 1 is on a single wound. Now, I'll let you into a little secret as well.
Right.
Eldar jet bikes are leadership 7 and I've lost 5.
But you've got 3 command points.
I do.
You've got 3 command points.
I do. And you've got 2 squads of... Well, 1 squad of 4 men left. So do you split 2 into here and 2 into here?
He's on 1 wound, right?
He's on 1 wound, yeah.
So I'm going to put 1 of them into him.
Okay.
And the other 3 into the 3-man squad.
Okay.
So let's do the 1 guy, which hits on 5s and re-rolls 1s.
3 hits.
And then wounds on 3s. And I'm not going to use my salamanders.
I was going to say, this is a 6-up save.
Yeah.
That I fail, so he's dead.
Right.
So you wipe the squad.
Nice.
So you're wise not to use your reroll on that.
Yes. Did you just call me wise?
I did. Wise Old Winters.
Wise Old Winters. I'll take that.
And then we've got the 4 here.
Yes.
Sorry, 3 remaining here, firing into these 3 bikes.
3 remaining. Actually, I've got too many dice.
And these aren't -1 to hit. These are forced to hit because they don't have lightning fast on this squad of 3.
Lovely. But I advanced, so I'm still hitting on 4s.
4s, yes.
Hitting on 4s, re-rolling the 1s, and I haven't used my salamander bit yet, so I'll do that now on the 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't help, but
it didn't.
Still wasn't terrible. You still have enough at the moment. 3s to wound.
And re-roll.
There's no 6s, which is nice. So
there
there is a 6. I spoke too soon. So 2, 4, 6, 8 at -1. So 8 5-ups. The squad's wiped.
Way.
So that is 2 squads in my deployment zone destroyed.
Yay.
And first blood.
And Eldar screaming like, oh no, screaming bolt guns, no, oh no. And spinning their bikes, crashing into the ground, explosions. Pink blood, sparkly blood all over the place, and the Space Marines going, die, Xenos, die. Are you still filming?
I'm glad I get to edit this. So as you can see, that's a chunk of jet bikes here that have now been destroyed. And we now come over to your hardest hitting units, your castle.
Well, I'll do these intercessors. They stood still, so bottle discipline is a thing, and they're going to shoot bikes because it's been fun so far.
Down here at these 5, 6, yeah?
Spending a command point on Wisdom of the Ancients, which gives everything with a chapter keyword. A reroll hit rolls of 1, except for the Predator, which is why you should bring Dreadnoughts. So hitting on 3s, re-rolling the 1s, and I can re-roll a 2 because of Salamander chapter tactics. Okay? And I'm hitting on 4s, and they are 5.5 inches away from my lieutenant.
Lieutenant, yep, good man.
Lieutenant. So it's 4s to wound,
Rerolling 1s
to the lieutenant, and
that was
re-roll
significant.
because of the salamander thing. So that minute -1 on your other unit of bikes, sir.
So 8 5-ups.
Yes.
Uh-oh. So I lose 1.5 bikes. That's not too bad. I'll take that.
My ancient stood still as well, and he's in range, so he can fire twice. And wound, and he wounds twice as well. So 1.5 bikes.
So 2 more
dead,
5-ups. So that's another bike dead and another save made. So I've only lost 2 from that squad so far, which isn't horrendous. But you've still got both Dreads, the Predator, and your Hellblasters to go.
Yes. Right, I'm ready.
You were born ready.
Twin linked fire thing on the prisms. They're nasty.
I mean, you sound ready. You sound ready.
Because they've got a 1-point strategy, which sounds a bit too cheap, and they can reroll all fail hits and all fail wounds.
Yeah, linked fire.
That's the one. So one of them needs to die, so you can't do link fire anymore.
Okay.
So I'm going to fire my Contemptor Mortis Dreadnought, which hits on 2s,
Yep.
at it.
Okay.
And I'm rerolling hit rolls of 1 because of Wisdom of the Ancients. So they all hit.
Yep.
I'm strength 9, your toughness less than 9.
Yeah, so 3s.
3s to wound. I can reroll that because of salamanders. So there we go.
Okay, the AP minus
3, it's a las cannon.
So 6-up saves.
Forged in the fires of Mars.
So I saved 1 and failed 3.
Has this thing got spirit stones on?
Yes.
It has. Okay, 3d6 las cannons. This is the damage. Is that enough damage to kill it, or do I need to
that is 1 less than you need to kill the wave serpent, the fire prism.
Command point.
No.
Didn't help.
So I need 11 dice so I can do my Spirit Stone saves. And these are 6s to save because of Spirit Stones. And I've saved none. But it means I do survive with a single wound remaining.
He's got 1 wound left.
I do.
So I'll fire the missile launcher at him.
Yep. Crack, I assume. Crack.
No thank you. I say no to drugs, kids. The missile launcher will fire at him. And the twin link las cannon. It's a target rich environment. See, the wave spinners are nasty because of because they do 2 wounds. So they should die, but your flyy dudes are really, really nasty as well.
But they're a natural -1 to hit.
Do I start picking on the flyers now, or do I kill? I think I need to kill a flyer. So he'll do the missile launcher at your prism, and its twin link las at that. 1 minute. No, there's no point in him firing. No, because the Predator can't even see it. So if I start putting the las cannon at him and don't kill him with my las cannon, then the Predator can't follow up. What I need to shoot at with him, he needs to kill. So I'm not ready. Give me a second. I'm back. I'm back.
Yeah, you're happy now.
Line of sight is awful.
You parked the Predator behind that giant rock.
I know. Missile launcher at the fire prism, and the twin link las cannons at the wave.
Night spinner.
Wave night spinner. Okay, so let's do the missile launcher first, hitting on a 2 because it's a venerable, re-rolling 1 because of Wisdom of the Ancients. And then strength 8 versus toughness less than 8?
7, yeah. So 3s.
And
Rerolling because
one
of salamanders.
lieutenant.
Well, either.
I don't want to use
AP -2 for crack.
Yes.
So 5 up save. No. D6 damage.
D6 damage.
For 6.
6 spirit
I mean,
stone
I don't
saves.
think I can make 6 6s, but stranger things have happened, kids. I don't make one. Does it explode?
Yes.
No, it doesn't. The first fire prism's been destroyed.
Yes.
And there's now a big gap where the fire prism was. And if you want to make Winters happy, let him kill Eldar.
Yeah. 2 las cannons going into that thing. Are you doing your fire and fade thing? Oh no, you've already spent it on your bikes.
Go on then.
Bikes.
Come on then, Winters.
2s to hit. And 3s to wound. Rerolling that because of Salamander's chapter tactics. 2 las cannon hits into that dainty Eldar vehicle and you fail both of the saves and this is how much damage it does. Boom! 6 damage coming at you like Cleopatra.
4 damage.
Oh,
Okay, perfect.
Oh.
4 damage on the Night Spinner.
Right, let's put the Predator into it as well. Let's
we've
finish
got him
it
as
off.
well, yeah, of course.
So the 2 las cannons. Rerolling hit rolls of 1s because the wisdom of the ancients didn't help. Wounding on a...
Does the Predator benefit from that?
Yeah.
That's
no,
amazing.
it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. Did I miss there? Oh, the reroll missed anyway.
Right, fine, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
so the reroll missed
So
anyway.
you've wounded.
I have wounded.
It's AP -3.
Yes.
And I failed the save again.
D6.
For 5.
There's 5 dice.
I'll take 4 more, so I've lost 8 wounds. And now we've got the 2d3 from the autocannons.
Yes. Number of shots? 5 shots.
They're angry, the Marines.
Forged in the fires of Mars. The finest anti-tank weaponry. Hits 3 times.
4 times.
4 times.
4th wound.
Wounds 3 times.
AP -1.
I think it's just -1, yeah. But it does do a flat 3 damage.
Oh dear. I failed 2 there.
So you want 6 dice.
Yes, and I've only got 4 wounds left.
Has it? You need 3 6s. You didn't get 3
I get no 6s. Does he explode? He does explode. Then I
Woohoo!
get 6.
Is
Come
that
on,
next
point.
to you?
He was too close to the Warlord. We stopped him from exploding. Spent one of my last 3 command points. The Night Spinner's been destroyed. Winters.
Yeah.
You've killed lots of my
I
stuff.
killed 2 tanks and 2 units of bikes, and those guys need to take a morale test, and on a 6, one more of them runs away. That's unfortunate.
You don't seem so sorry.
Couldn't have scripted that.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Winters.
So, yeah, I think it was one of those games that we knew whoever went first would absolutely brutalise the other person, right?
Yeah.
And
I have just been sodomised.
Yeah.
That was uncomfortable and it was painful, but we have bought strongness. That was the whole point.
Yeah, but if you would have gone first, I've killed a lot. You'd have killed all 3 of my vehicles probably. And
Probably
half
the
of my
same sort of amount, I reckon. Yeah,
yeah.
It probably wouldn't be too
Yeah.
different, to be quite honest. But there's still plenty of power on the table for me.
You've got both your flyers still alive, Fire Prism's still alive, Dark Reaper's still alive. You've still got a lot of punch. I'm not out of the woods yet. There's still a long way to go.
Absolutely. So let's move into...
But I got a lot of points. Do the points because I got First Blood, I got Lightning Strike, and I get D3 points for Area Denial. I'm denying you the field.
Is Lightning Strike just a single point?
I think
or
so.
do you get D3 for killing like 3?
It's just the point. Screwed your point. If at least one enemy unit was entirely within the enemy's deployment zone at the start of the turn, was destroyed during this turn. Just
So
one.
it's just 1, that's a shame. And then D3 for Area Denial.
Come on, Emperor, hear my prayers.
He does. So 5
He heard
victory
me.
points in turn 1. 5.
5.
You horrendous
If
human
I get
being.
any more than that, I'm going to have to use both hands.
Let's see what the Eldar's retaliation is as we move into Saim Hann. Turn 1. Right, there's an edit. I was deciding what I need to kill in my turn, and we decided we weren't going to go quite to my turn just yet, because when I was deciding what I needed to kill, what did we discover? I said, I need to kill Hellblasters, and you went, oh.
I forgot to fire my Hellblasters. I got so carried away with the shooting and all the glorious death, I forgot to fire the Liam.
Now, my turn hadn't actually started.
No.
So I'm okay if you just fire your Hellblasters.
And you were thinking about what to do.
Exactly.
Nothing has moved.
And now we're still, even if we're trying to punch the snot out of each other, we're still friendly channels.
Yes.
So we're going to let you fire your Hellblasters now.
Thank you, Liam.
That's all right, mate.
Can I fire at that Wave Serpent?
No.
Although I want to kill those bikes. You've already done a leadership test on those bikes. No, let's fire at the Wave Serpent. I'm going to overcook the guns. 30-inch range.
Yep.
So overcooking, hitting on 3s, and then rerolling 1s because of Wisdom of the Ancients. So 9 hits.
Okay.
9 times.
9.
Beulah.
Strength 8 now because they're overcooked, right?
Yes, strength 8. So I'm wounding on 3s, rerolling 1s because of the lieutenant. and I can reroll one of them because... So it's that many at -4, 2 damage each. So that is 16 wounds.
Apart from I have Serpent shields.
What are they?
They reduce the damage characteristics of all weapons hitting them by 1.
Do they? What?
So all those 2 damage weapons become 1 damage weapons.
So there was no point in overcoat. No, because it would have wounded on 3s instead of wounded on
4s. Yeah, exactly. So there was a point because you get strength 8 instead of strength 7.
Right, okay.
But it's still 8 wounds.
But Eldar stuff kicked in.
But I don't have Spirit Stones on the Wave Serpents. No, because it's another 20 points on 2 Wave Serpents.
That's the silver lining there then.
So I do suffer 8 wounds. I do have 5 left.
Okay.
But I'm not as dead as it looked like I was going to be.
No. So now we do.
Now it's my turn.
Yes.
And I'm even more crippled than I was.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate. And here are the objectives for the Eldar. Mission critical objective, we rolled a 5. That's not too bad because it's one I can get to. Strands of Fate, you roll a d6 and that's the objective you want. If you have a Psyker as your warlord, you can adjust this by plus or minus 1. Obviously I can't plus 1 to 7 because it doesn't exist, but I do want to drop it down to 5 so it matches that one. So that's 2 victory points I should get, and then Combined Strike. Kill something in one of the phases, get a point. Kill something in 2 phases, get d3. Kill something in all 3 phases, and you get d3 plus 3.
Ooh.
The last part I think is near impossible. The first 2, there's a chance. So we're at the end of the Eldar movement phase, and Winters, that was a lot shorter than I was expecting.
Was it?
I had a lot less models to move.
That's a good thing, right?
Well, but it's not too bad. I'm still mildly okay with the position we're in. I'll explain. Because of the Combined Strike card that I pulled, it's changed what I would have probably normally done. So I've chucked both my Warlocks and my Seer up here, which is kind of in harm's way, but it puts them within 9 inches of this squad of 4 here. That's important for the Warlocks because they have a smite that's called Destructor, which only has a 9-inch range. Interesting. There's an interesting point about these as well. It's smite according to their datasheet, which I've got open, or did have open over there. But otherwise it's known as Destructor, so it's questionable as to whether that suffers additional -1 each time you cast it or not. I say yes, but anyway. Because the Destructor says when this model manifests Smite, it has a range of 9 inches and only does 1 damage. So that says it's still manifesting Smite. So you do suffer the additional +1, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, that puts us there to try and maybe take on that squad of 4, because the Hemlock can come over here as well, which means these 4 models can all do Psychic Mortal Wounds and try and kill something in the Psychic phase. That would be a victory point. If I can then take another unit out in the shooting phase, that's D3 victory points. And with this Wave Serpent parked on Objective 5, for both Mission Critical Objective and Strands of Fate, that's 2 victory points. Potentially, I could get 5 like you did.
Yeah, I see what you're doing now. I wondered why you put that there.
Yeah.
You have made... I'll let you do your thing, but I'll tell you what I would have done, because I think that you've made a schoolboy error. I see something tactically now that I think you should... Well, shall I point it out?
Yeah, please do.
Don't move your models after this. But this is what I would have done. My Warlord's very exposed.
Oh, you
could have zopped your flyer over here.
I've still got plenty of opportunity to do that later on in the game.
Mind you, your smite probably wouldn't have killed him. But you would have got Slay the... Yeah, I see. Because you would have got a point for Slay the Warlord potentially, because you could have shot him as well if you put your flyer there. But then your Psychic thingy bob wouldn't have been able to kill the whole unit.
Yeah, exactly. So for Combined Strike and D3 victory points, it was more important to me to take out this unit here.
Okay.
Or try to at least.
But that would have been 2 points. 1 for killing him and 1 for killing the Warlord.
But I can get Warlord later on.
No, you can't. I'll bury him next time. I left him a little bit exposed.
Anywho, we pushed this Wave Serpent up a bit here because he's wounded. I'm just trying to put models in the way of... Because this, I think actually I can move him a bit further.
Are your Dark Reapers in that one?
No. And then over here, there is 4 jet bikes that have flown up and over because we have a 16-inch move. That puts them all within range of Hell Blasters to try and drop a few. The Crimson Hunter Exarch, who is back in this corner, has flown up because I can draw a bead to his big, powerful units.
Is this one a Psyker as well?
Nope.
Okay.
And then over here...
Oh, there they are.
The Dark Reapers have popped out one behind the rock. They've got a 48-inch range. There's 2 weapon profiles, one strength 5, one strength 8. These are toughness 5, right?
Yes.
So it's interesting because the strength 5 ones would wound on force, but they are 2 damage. So they do kill one for every time they wound.
What's the AP on them?
I think it's -4.
Is it?
Yeah, I have to check. It might be AP -3. It's open on the page over there right now. Dark Reapers, top left.
Dark Reapers.
Yeah, that's about everything, I think, because I don't have much left.
-2, AP -2.
Oh, maybe -2, I lied to you. -2, still. Okay. Right.
Always hit on a 3-up, so they don't suffer the thing for moving and shooting.
They don't suffer any penalty. They can target a Laytok flyers and still hit on a 3+.
See, this is one of the things that annoys me about Eldar. They can do so many things that you normally can't do.
Yes.
Like move without penalty, a Psyker flyers.
Do you know, after your first turn, I don't feel that sorry for you.
Oh, that's true, actually. That was a good first turn.
So let's move into the Saim Hann psychic phase. We're going to start over here with the Hemlock Wraithfighter, who's going to cast Smite into this unit of 4 jumpy dudes. So I need 5. And that is 7 for D3 mortal wounds, because you can't deny, right? For 2 mortal wounds, that kills the first jumpy dude. Then we're going to spend, that was very cinematic, I like that. Then we're going to spend a command point for Seer Council.
Right.
Between this Warlock here and the Farseer. This Warlock is the one who has Conceal Reveal. And this guy here is the guy who's got Protect Jinx. So Conceal Reveal Warlock is going to use his Smite power, which is now a 6.
Okay.
Oh, do I? Yeah, it's mortal wounds, isn't it? They spill over anyway. So we're going to use his Seer Council his Smite power. That's a 10, which becomes... 9, which becomes a 10. So it's a single mortal wound. So you've suffered a mortal wound.
Okay.
Then the Farseer is going to cast Executioner.
Right.
Executioner is a warp charge value of 7, which I need 6 for because Seer Council.
Okay.
That's 8, so I get it. It does D3 mortal wounds.
Right.
For a total of 2 mortal wounds, which kills one
kill one.
and 1 wound.
Yes.
Executioner says that if the first D3 mortal wounds kills a model, you gain an additional D3 mortal wounds.
What? Oh yeah, I remember doing this to you.
For 3 mortal wounds.
I remember doing this in Farseer Winter's thing, which isn't a thing.
It is a thing.
That unit is dead.
That unit, so I've killed something in the psychic phase and I'm not finished yet.
Oh.
That's amazing, isn't it?
That means that you can kill something in the shooting phase and get D3 thingy bobs, right?
So now...
This is working out for you.
Now Farseer Winters is going to cast Smite onto this squad of 5 jumpy dudes. So I haven't used my runes yet either. That's a fail. I'm going to use my runes to re-roll both.
Could get perils. Don't do both.
So that's a 7, which becomes an 8 because of Seer Council.
Yeah, that
works. So it's D3 mortal wounds on this squad of jumpy dudes. For 3.
Ouch.
Now, this Warlock here, he's going to cast Jinx on this squad of jumpy dudes.
What does Jinx do?
It's -1 to your saving throw.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh.
I need 7. I have an 8.
That's
so that's successful. We have Jinx. We have -1 on your saving throws, which means they now have a 4-up armor save, and one of them has a single wound remaining. It's a good start. That, however, is the end of my psychic phase, Winters.
I can't find the spare dice, the different coloured dice to put on the thing, because one of them is on 1 wound.
I did wonder why you were walking around.
Where's your spare dice bag?
I don't know.
What's that? A mad squirrel.
I think my son just came in and stole it. Anyway, now we will get ready to move into the Eldar shooting phase. He's very excited about all the dice.
Look at all the colours. So pretty.
He's very excited about the dice. Basically, my 2-year-old came in and stole the blue dice he was using. Yes. And now he's just going through Plasma Sam's dice bag.
Whose?
Plasma Sam's dice bag.
This is a disorderly person, you know that.
I'm aware, yes. Anyway, we're going to go into the shooting phase, Winters. We're going to carry on.
This probably a really creative mind, though.
And here we have a Warlock who's within 12 inches, well, both Warlocks are within 12 inches of your jumpy dudes. Now, because one of them's on 1 wound, I don't want to fight. That's going to make a load of noise on your microphone.
Is it?
Yeah.
Am I being annoying?
Probably to all the YouTube viewers, yeah.
I know a song that'll get on your nerves. Get on your nerves. Get on your nerves. I know a song that'll get on your nerves. Get on your nerves. Get on your nerves.
Are we done?
I know a song. Yeah.
So one of these Warlocks is going to open up into here, and I'll explain my tactical choices because we are trying to do a slightly more competitive battle report. One of them's on 1 wound. I want to fire my Reapers at them, but they do 2 damage each. So there's no point firing them once one's on 1 wound because you basically waste a damage if that's the case. So we're going to fire a Warlock first with his Shuriken Catapult, his twin Shuriken Catapult, hitting on 3s. And we hit all 4 times. Strength 4, so we wound on 5s. And 6s are AP -3, which become AP -4 because Jinx is on. Right. So one's dead and one's lost a wound.
Yeah.
Now, because that's happened, I'm now going to fire the other Warlock in an attempt to do the same thing. So hitting on 3s. So we hit all 4 times. Wounding on 5s. So one is lost a wound and dead, and one has a 4+ armor save, which you fail. Stop doing that. Which means now the Farseer is going to have to open up because I need to keep doing the same. Oh, you might be out of range now. Oh, you horrible man. Wait a minute. So So the Farseer is now out of range of him, so I can't shoot my Shuriken Catapult at him. So we're going to use the Wave Serpent, and we're going to fire twin scatter lasers at you. Now I moved the Wave Serpent, I didn't pay for Crystal Target Matrix, so I hit you on 4s. And these are strength 6, so I wound you on 3s. So there's 2 wounds at AP -1, so 2 4-up saves.
Have they got the blade thingy bob as well?
No.
Just 4-up saves?
Yep, just 4-up saves. You pass both. And then the Shuriken Cannon will fire. So 3 shots. This is assault, so it hits on 3s. I hit twice. Strength 6, I win on 3s. Both wound. These are also AP -1, so 2 more 4-up saves.
Shuriken Cannons are AP -1?
Yeah, unless I get a 6 and they become AP -3.
Are they always?
They're only AP -1 because of Jinx. And you pass both of those. That's a shame. That makes me think. I don't like thinking. Thinking is bad for you, kids. So now this Wave Serpent's going to try and finish the job off over there. So we have 3 shots from a Shuriken Cannon. I hit on 4s because I'm wounded now, so that's 2 hits. And I wound you on 3s. And that's no wounds. And now we will use the Scatter Laser that moved. So I hit you on 5s. And I hit you 3 times. And I wound you on 3s. And I wound you once. And it's AP -1.
AP -1, even on a 6?
Yes.
I thought that was the blade thingy.
Not for Scatter Lasers, it's not, no.
Oh, okay. It fails to save.
So we kill one, finally. And now it feels like a waste firing Reapers at them because there's only one left. So we're going to move on to the Hemlock for the next unit to shoot. We're going to fire one of his guns into this guy and the other gun into those guys back there. So the first gun, D3 shots for a total of 3. They are also hits and they're strength 12.
12?
They win on 2s, they're AP -4, they're 2 damage each.
Okay.
He's dead. Combined strike, that's now D3 victory points.
Yes, that's good.
The other D3 goes into the back unit Jumpy Dudes for 3 auto hits, killing on 2s. So 3 are dead in that squad as well.
What do you mean killing on 2s?
Well, they're strength 12, so it's 2s to wound, they're AP -4 and they're 2 damage each.
Oh.
So killing on 2s.
You've just killed 12 Jumpy Dudes.
I know, it's good, isn't it?
No.
Okay, this has made me rethink what I do next. So I've just been measuring this Night Spinner.
Yeah.
Your Warlord's the nearest.
What do you mean he's the nearest?
And I don't need line of sight.
What do you mean he's the nearest?
All your screen's dead.
Oh yeah.
So your Warlord's the nearest to my Night Spinner. So 2d6 shots.
This is not a good thing.
Onto your Warlord. For a total of 8. These hit on 3s.
Do they? Okay.
1 misses.
That's pretty good shooting, Tex.
These are strength 7, so I wound you on 3s.
Okay.
6 is at AP -4.
Right.
And they're 2 damage each.
Right.
And these, how many wounds does he have?
He has 4 or 5. He's a captain. 5. 2 damage each.
So these are normal armor saves.
Right.
At 2 damage each.
3-up save. Yeah?
Yeah.
3-up save. Drop dice don't count.
So that's 4 wounds.
Right, okay.
These 3 are AP -4.
Okay.
So you have an Iron Halo?
Yeah.
Ooh! He survives. I almost got Warlord as well without even planning it. Just by pure luck.
That was squeaky bum time.
They have 5 wounds, don't they? So he's got 1 left.
Oh.
Damn it.
Oh.
Damn it. Right, okay. So now this fire prism, I'm debating what to do. So I've stayed still, so I can fire twice with it, but it has to be at the same target, I believe. It's like grinding advance for Russes. Now, I'm contemplating using him to finish off that Jumpy Dude because these Dark Reapers can see those intercessors, and they're 2 damage each as well, and strength 5. So they are better, I think, firing at him killing him, but that means he then moves across this flank completely, and you've got your whole castle left, but that's all you've got left.
Yeah.
But those 3 at the back did a lot of damage, but not as much damage. Yeah, okay. I've worked out what I'm going to do.
Okay.
So we're going to fire the D3 shot, so focus shot,
yeah,
into the Jumpy Dude. So it's D3 shots, I get to fire twice because I didn't move, so 2D3. For a total of 4 shots.
So you're basically trying to clear this flank entirely.
Completely, yeah. They hit on 3s.
Okay.
We're playing tactical and nasty. Strength 9.
Right.
So I wound you on 3s. That's 2 wounds. Yep. I think it's AP -4, but I'll check. Yeah, it's AP -4, D3 damage a time. He has been destroyed, which means the Dark Reapers can now fire into the Intercessors. So the normal 4 Reapers will fire on their own first, because the Exarch gets to reroll 1s to hit. So they will fire their Star Shot and Star Swarm, 1 strength 8, 1 strength 5. This is the strength 5 ones, hitting on 3s. I missed twice. And they will wound on 3s, because they're strength 5. So there's 5 wounds at AP -2.
And 2 damage each, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
4 of them are dead so far.
Wow.
And now the Exarch will fire. He has 2 shots hitting on 3s.
Wow.
Both hit, wounding on 3s, 1 wounds, AP -2, 5 up save, and he dies.
Everybody's dead, Dave. Everybody's dead.
That is brutality.
That is half my army.
So over this side, we've got the Shuriken Catapults, of which there's 4 of,
Right.
into the Hell Blasters. I'll grab some dice. Hitting on 3s. They're strength 4, so they wound on 4s, but 6 is at AP -3. So we have 3 at AP -3, and then 3 at normal armor saves.
3 ups.
So 1 wound.
And 6 ups.
So 3 wounds. So 1.5 Hell Blasters die.
When the one dies on a 3,
He gets to shoot.
so I will overcook it and fire at your bikes.
Okay.
Wisdom of the Ancients is no longer in effect, so 3's to hit, and I'm in rapid fire range. Strength 8, 2's to wound.
2's to kill.
At -4, 2 damage each.
So
So
2
that does
bikes
2
die.
damage, that does 2 bikes.
Yeah, 2 damage each, so 2 bikes die. That was good retaliation.
Yes.
And now the Crimson Hunter Exarch, I'm going to fire into the Mortis Pattern Contemptor. Because I
Really?
don't like 4 last cannons. So
Okay.
the Bright Lances, they hit on 2s, but -1 for flying with a heavy weapon, and I get to reroll 1s because I'm an Exarch. So I hit once. Strength 8, your toughness is 7.
Yes.
I wound you on 3s. I wound. It's AP -3. You have your 5+ invulnerable save, sir.
Automatic shielding. No.
Or suffer D6 damage for 4.
Okay.
Then the Pulse Laser also hits on 2s, but suffers the -1 for moving and flying. Moving and flying heavy weapons, so 2 hits. Strength 8, 3's to wound. Only 1 wound. I have a command point left.
1 command point. Command point?
It was worth it. They're both AP -3.
So 5 up and buns.
They're 3 damage
Command point.
each.
No.
It
he's
blows
dead.
up on a 6. It blows up and
It
you just
blows up.
command pointed.
Yeah. So D3 on the lieutenant, D3 on this, D3 on that. So that's a 3. That was a 1. That was a 2 on the lieutenant. D3 on them. 3, and one of them took a wound. So
2
2 of
die,
them have died.
and they can
on
overcook.
3s, they overcook. So one of them will rapid fire
Into the bikes.
into the bikes, which hits twice and
And the bikes are
wounds
wiped
twice.
out. So you've destroyed the bikes in my shooting phase.
Yeah. And, oh yeah, they're within. No, they won't be within
They're
6
not. There's
inches.
no way they're within 6. No.
Yeah.
When your dreadnought dies, does he get to do the overcooking thing when he, or is it just infantry?
I think it's just infantry.
Okay. Well, that will be the end of my shooting phase. I was horribly mortified when you went first.
Friendly chapter models within 6 inches of the bearer can make 1 minute. Let me check.
He's reading. Winters is reading. Don't disturb him. Don't disturb him. So the objectives for the 13th, the captain, the wounded captain, has screamed his objectives across the Vox. Big Game Hunter start taking down those Eldar tanks. Secure objective 3, which is on the right-hand Eldar flank, and Emperor's Retribution. If they hold it, we want to hold it. So we're at the end of the 13th movement phase after the objectives came pouring in. And over here, this is the result. So the drop pods dropped in within 3 inches of the objective, but more than 9 inches away from my stuff. And 2 squads of attack marines have come out, and the captain's jumped forward to support, and there's melters and stuff. So
He advanced. See, this is securing objective 3, and that's Big Game Hunter.
yeah, with one of these 2 tanks here, probably that one because it's easier to destroy than this one.
Yeah.
Over here, your Hellblasters have just sort of pushed forward a little bit.
And then I moved them, and then I put them back again. So I didn't move them. I'll not lie to you, Liam. That was painful. I felt a bit bad after my shooting phase in turn 1, but now I feel like it's a boxing match. I punched you hard, and you punched me back again.
Are we saying on camera that you felt bad for killing Eldar?
I felt bad for you because that was a painful first turn for you, and I love you so much.
Ah.
Down to my toesy
We don't do this competitive thing very well, do we?
No, we don't. It's just, I don't want to, it's, my idea of a game is to have fun. And some people's idea of a game is to roll around in mud and scream loudly and jump up and down and wave fireworks. And
naked.
Yeah, naked, mind you, that sounds quite good fun.
Yeah,
Rolling around naked in the mud.
That's tonight's
Not
activity.
with you, obviously.
That's tonight's activity.
No. But mud wrestling with...
Anyway,
with pandas, mud wrestling with pandas, that would be fun.
Unfortunately, wasn't a lot for you to move because most of it's dead. That's how I felt. Anyway, That's
seal pups.
There
Mud
are
wrestling
no...
with seal pups. That would be fun. Because they're like blubbery and stuff. That would be really fun. And you're trying to grab it and he keeps slipping away.
There's no psychic phase, so before he loses all of his marbles, we're going to move into the 13th.
I can do it straight away if you want.
Shooting phase.
They're going to shoot. They're going to shoot your thing with your melters.
Okay.
And then the rapid fire bolters are going to go into the dark thingy bobs.
Should we just go for it?
Have you spent all your command points?
I have. I can't lightning fast react.
Okay, so the 2 melters into the fire prism hit on 3s and reroll 1s because there's captain there. And then it's strength 8, so I'm wounding on a 3, and I'll reroll that because of the salamander thing. That's -4.
Don't get safe.
So D6 damage.
For 5
damage. Does it have spirit stones?
Oh, of course it has spirit stones. Winters. That's the narrative. No, it's not narrative. It's the competitive choice. I again don't make a single spirit stone save. So I've only got 7 wounds left.
And then rapid fire bolt guns into Dark Reapers, hitting on 3s.
Yeah.
And wounding on
3s.
3s.
I'm squishy elder.
Rerolling that because of the salamander thing.
So 5 3-up saves.
They got 3-up save.
Yeah.
They're not that squishy.
I lose 3 Reapers though. 3 are dead.
Cool. Okay, so
next squad.
Same rinse and repeat with the second squad. So the 2 melters, you'll notice the combi melter, I'm only firing the melter part because I really need to get big game hunter.
Of course, yeah.
So 3s to hit, reroll that because of the captain.
Damn good job you bought that, Captain.
And then 3s to wound, 2 at minus.
And I have no save?
No. So how many wounds you taken so far? 5.
7 left, mate.
Okay. And command
That's
point?
7. That's 7. Oh, I see. Because of spirit, but because of spirit stones, I guess you want to make sure.
Yes.
So there's 5. There's 7 dice there. You've done 11. I died. I died. There's no way. Do I explode? I do not. And your bolt guns get to try and finish off the last 2 Reapers.
I'm assuming that you're taking from the front the 3 that died.
No.
No?
1 from the front, but the other one here, he's the Exarch and he's 2 wounds. So no.
Good. So I'll still be in rapid fire.
You'll still be in rapid fire anyway, yeah.
So 3s to hit. I've already done the salamander thing. And then 3s to wound.
You haven't used your wound roll.
So that was
2. A wound. So
yeah.
3-up saves. One of them dies. So I have the Exarch left.
Stormbolter on the pod.
Okay.
Stormbolter on the pod. 3s to hit. And it doesn't have the salamander thing because Space Marines don't get everything on their chapter keyword for all units. Only Eldar get that. Not that I'm bitter.
3-up saves on the Exarch. He's fine. And after the Death Saddles, the Exarch is left alive. But importantly, you've got Big Game Hunter for trashing the Fire Prism, and you've secured Objective 3. So that's 2 victory points there, and you were already 2 ahead. So that puts you 4 VPs in the lead, even after my first turn.
That's 9 points in total.
And now we're going to come over to this castle of horrendous death.
Right. I think you can tell me if I'm right here. I am going to shoot at that one anyway. I think that one's the scarier one. Am I right?
This one can smite, and he has 2d3 auto hits at strength 12, AP -4, 2 damage each.
Yeah, and that one's got like
intercept. Yeah.
So he's the scarier one. So I'm going to fire my Venerable Dread at that.
Okay.
So it's -1 to hit, so I'm hitting on 3s, and I'll spend a command point on Wisdom of the Ancients. This puts me down to 4 left. 4 left. 2s to hit with a missile launcher, which is a 3 because of you're flying, and I can't re-roll that. Because it would have hit on the 2, and then it's -1 to hit. Then you apply the modifier, right?
Yeah.
So I can't reroll it.
You can reroll it with a command point, can't you?
I could, but I've already spent a command point on the shooting phase.
It's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 3s to hit with a las cannon, and I can't reroll that. So 1 hit.
Strength 6, 3 to wound. You do wound.
9. Yeah. -3.
Sorry, toughness 6. Yeah. I
save. Ooh, you save it. Okay, so I'm going to have to fire the Predator at it. So the Predator autocannon, 2d3 shots for 4 shots, which hits on... This will hit on 4s and reroll 1s because of Wisdom of the Ancients.
Strength 7, so you're still wounding on 3s. And AP -1, so 4-up saves. I fail 1, flat 3 damage?
Yes, flat 3 damage.
And I have Spirit Stones.
Oh.
Nope, so I lose 3 wounds, there's 9 left. 2 last cannons.
2 last cannons. Rerolling the 1. No, because it isn't a chapter thingy bob, so I can't benefit from that. So you only take 3 wounds.
You don't get wisdom on your Predator?
No, because the chapter tactics thing applies to... 1 minute.
That's not a chapter tactic, that's a Wisdom of the Ancients.
You're right.
And it's with chapter models within 6 inches.
Is it? Is
Yes.
it really?
Your Predator, I'm sure he'll get the reroll ones.
You're sure?
I'm 70% now.
I just don't want to make a mistake because then the whole of YouTube will scream at me. For chapter units, just as chapter units. Yeah.
So you get to reroll the 1.
Reroll the 1.
And hit.
And it hits with a lad's cannon. And it wounds with a lad's cannon.
6 up save.
Don't roll a 6, Liam.
I didn't. D6 damage.
So how many have you taken so far?
3. Plus 5, so another 5 Spirit Stone saves.
Oh, I dropped 1.
Dice don't count. I saved
Save
1.
one.
So I've lost a total of 7 wounds.
Yes.
So I'm bracketed.
Yes.
But have 5 wounds left.
Mm.
Just 5 wounds, Winters.
I'm thinking of overcooking them and firing at it.
Wow. That's brave.
It is brave, but if they die, then they shoot again anyway. And otherwise, they'll murder these guys because they'll be hit on 4s. So let's overcook and fire. How many do I need to get through, though?
Well, I've only got 5 wounds left.
Yeah, so that'll be 4 damage. That'll be 4 damage. That'll be 4 damage. Half of them will hit. Less than. So let's do 4 into it.
Okay. And where are the other 3 going to go?
Don't know.
If you're overcooking, it might be worth trying to destroy the Wave Serpent, I guess.
I think I'll put the other 3 into the Wave Serpent, but it's got 4 wounds left, right?
5 left.
5 left. So overcooking it doesn't matter anyway because it reduces damage by 1.
Yeah.
So I think I'll overcook the other 3 into the flyer. Let's shoot flyers with overcooking plasma, which blows up on a 1 or 2.
What could go wrong?
Yeah. So this is the first dude into that guy. And I can re-roll the 2 because of Salamander Chapter.
Yeah.
So
1 hits. 3 hits. Uh-oh. And you get to reroll the 1 because Wisdom of the Ancients.
1 dies.
Yes.
And I can't re-roll that, so he will die. And I get to re-roll the 1 because of Wisdom of the Ancients. Right, so 2 have died.
So they get to fire again when they die.
And they don't fire again.
Hang on a minute. Are you not rapid firing them?
Yeah. That's why I'm firing twice with those 4. This is the 4 guys.
Okay, alright, okay.
And then I've got these dice with the other ones.
Alright, I'm with you. 3 to wound.
And re-rolling 1s because of the lieutenant.
And re-rolling the other 2 because of... Or you're not going to bother. Actually, I wouldn't bother re-rolling that 2.
Yeah.
Because that is AP -4, so I don't get saved.
Yeah.
And it's 8 damage.
Yeah.
And I've got 5 wounds left.
Okay.
So I have 8 6-up Spirit Stone saves. And I save 4.
So does that mean he's alive?
With 1 wound remaining.
And he auto hits.
He does.
Oh dear. Okay, and let's shoot at the other flyer. How annoying is that, Liam?
I didn't expect to
That's
make
annoying,
4.
Liam.
I didn't expect.
You're annoying me, Liam.
I'm so sorry,
I'm
Winters.
slightly annoyed. Right, at the other flyer.
With everything you've done for me.
Re-rolling the 1 because of... Right, that means that dude is dead. When he dies, does he fire again? No. And then the other. And then the other. Okay, so he dies as well. Does he fire again? Yes, he does.
With 2 shots.
So I've lost 4 Hellblasters. That could have been better.
He gets 2 shots, so
he
you're
gets 2
fire.
shots.
He does hit twice this time.
Target acquired.
He
and
wounds.
Wounds once.
Have you haven't used your Salamander wound reroll?
Oh no, I haven't. So
Wounds
twice at -4, 2 damage.
I can't save it, so it's 4 damage, and I don't have
Spirit
Spirit Stones.
No?
So 4 damage.
Okay,
Done.
right. Now I need that dead. So these guys who were going to fire downtown are now going to fire at him and chip off his last wound, and this will work. The
I'm
intercessors.
confident in you. I believe in you, Winters.
Intercessors for the win. 1 wound on that flyer, hitting on 4s, and re-rolling the 1 and re-rolling 1 of the misses.
Lots of hits.
And I'm wounding on 5s, and I get to one of them. So there we go. 6 wounds, 6 4-up saves. Don't roll 6 4s, or I will flip the table.
Ooh, I lost 1.
Just by 1, no command points left.
No, but I do have a Spirit Stone.
What? Don't you do it to me, Liam.
I need that.
Don't you do it to me, Liam.
Oh, does he explode? No, he doesn't explode. You have destroyed the Hemlock in your turn with Intercessors.
More importantly, you get to keep me as a friend.
That's true. But that's the end of your shooting phase, right? That's everything.
There's a lieutenant with a bolt gun.
So we've got some bolt guns to go into the...
Yeah.
I assume into the flyer?
Ancient into the flyer. Hits twice and re-rolling the 1. He wounds once.
And he does wound.
Mastercrafted bolt gun on the lieutenant, which I didn't swap it out. Hits once.
You can re-roll the 2 to hit as well.
That's the re-roll. That was the miss wound. This is the wound. And I can re-roll that. AP dash, but 2 damage.
I fail it, so 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds lost.
It was 6.
So
it was 6 in total.
I lost 4 from Hellblasters.
Yeah.
1 from the Lieutenant.
Right.
And 2 from your Mastercrafted gun.
How many
7.
has he got left?
5.
5? He starts off with 12?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Right, oh no. Okay.
But he's bracketed now.
Is he?
So instead of hitting on 2s, he hits on 3s.
Instead of hitting on 2s.
But he has to move.
They hit
so
on
that's minus
2s
1 to
normally.
hit when you move anyway, isn't it?
With 12 wounds on a flyer. Hitting on 2s.
But they're all heavy weapons, so it's always hitting on 3s.
Yeah, guys, if you're coming to this game brand new and you haven't played 40k before, get Eldar, because they do everything other armies can't do.
To a point, yes.
That's the end of my turn.
But you say that, we have no Hemlock left. We have a reduced Crimson Hunter. We have a reduced Wave Serpent. I have a Night Spinner, some Psychers, a Wave Serpent, and a Reaper.
I'm thinking I might as well charge over here.
I think you're in a stronger position than I am.
Am I? How?
Massively.
How?
Because I don't have the damage output anymore that you have.
You got Psychers and Smite and everything.
I still don't have the damage output that you have.
You got what?
We'll see. I'm very interested to see how this turns out now, because I think this
4 of my Hellblasters.
You're also going to be minimum 4 points ahead of me now.
Yes,
I'm
that's true.
really interested to see how this goes. Honestly, genuinely, really interested to see how this goes now. Would you like to charge?
I'd like to.
So I'm going to Overwatch, obviously, with my Reaper Exarch, hitting on 6s.
Okay.
Rerolling 1s because I'm an Exarch. You know, because it's standard for a Troop's Choice Sergeant type thing.
Yeah, of course. To
so
have
9.
2 wounds and reroll 1.
Yeah,
so
9.
All the Sergeants have that if you play Eldar. This unit here, 9. That fails. I could command point reroll that.
You could.
Because it stops you shooting. You don't have the fly. Can you fall back and shoot? Can he fall back and shoot and still fire?
I don't think so.
I don't think he can. So let's spend a command point on that. Right, that's a 10. I make the charge.
You do.
I'm not gonna. I'm down to 3 command points. Let's move them in, and then let's fight. Let them fight.
If you struggle to kill a Dark Reaper Exarch with 5 Space Marines, you shall forever be taunted by the people of YouTube. So there's 5 Marines. The 4 Tactical Marines have an attack. And why do Marines have an attack? They're Space Marines.
I know.
And the Sergeant has a chainsaw, so he has 2 attacks from the Sergeant plus 1 for a chainsaw. So 7 attacks from his Marines, hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s. And I can re-roll 1 failed hit or wound every time I shoot or fight.
Yep, and then your Strength 4 and my Toughness is 3, so you win on 3s. I mean, you should be winning Eldar on like 1s really, but I have 3+ armor saves, and believe it or not, Tactical Squad cannot tear down a single Dark Reaper Exarch. I'll fight back. I think he has 2 attacks, hitting on 3s, wounding on 5s because I'm Strength 3. I wound you twice. 2 3-up saves. And an Eldar Exarch can tear down a Tactical Marine. I need to make sure I definitely have 2 attacks now. Wait a minute. So at the end of the fight phase, I tore down a Tactical Marine and you failed to kill a Space Pixie.
You won that fight. You won that fight. But the main thing was to stop you from shooting because he's nasty.
This is my morale.
Right.
My leadership's 8.
Yep.
I've lost 4.
Yep.
I fail.
Run away, Space.
I turn and
See,
run.
what I could have done is not charge you, and then you'd have run away anyway. But I was trying to guarantee you not shooting in case you passed that.
Yeah, so you just lost the Tactical Marine instead for the sake of it.
Right, I lost 4 Hellblasters. They're leadership 8. Because I lost 4 of my shooting.
Oh, of course, you're not Ultramarines chapter tactics, are you?
No, so if I roll I'm leadership 8. So 4 will be okay. A 5 is nasty. So that's okay.
But you'd have been better because your banner's nearby. You'd have got +1 to your leadership anyway, wouldn't you? So you'd been
actually,
9.
You're right. Because it's the standard of the Emperor Ascendant, you don't have to take leadership with it.
Oh, really? Okay, there you go. Even better.
Yeah,
perfect. So that would have been fine no matter what.
Yeah.
So that's the end of the Space Marines' second turn.
Yes.
They have gained 2 victory points for Big Game Hunter over here and for Secure an Objective 3 over there.
Yes.
So that does put Old Man Winters 4 victory points in the lead.
How many have I got? 7.
You had 5, you've now got 7, and I've got 3.
Oh, 7 to... Okay, yeah, that's good.
It's interesting, because I don't know how I'm going to retaliate here. I'm not sure what I need to do to try and secure myself the victory. Of course, the cards will make a difference. I scored all 3 of my cards, so I get 3 brand new ones as well, which is interesting.
It's been brutal.
It is. This is a really interesting game. We normally play really narrative. This is really informative, I think. I quite like it. Anyway, let's see what happens. We move into Saim Hann, turn 2. So the orders from the Farseer: Blood and Guts, kill stuff in the fight phase, Master the Warp, and no prisoners. So it's the end of the Saim Hann movement phase, and it's quick. Competitive 40k, things die really quickly, Winters. Really, really quickly. So we push the injured Wave Serpent up there. It puts me in range of Hellblasters and Intercessors, and I'm just trying to push on, and ultimately I can charge them as well and shut them down, potentially, and then they can't shoot, which is interesting. The Crimson Hunter Exarch, his reduced profile means he moves a minimum 20, maximum 40 inches now, which means I could bank around there, and obviously with Vector Dancer, I can pivot up to 90, move, and then pivot up to 90, so I can sort of S-line around there, and I can keep flying around the battlefield, because Eldar flyers get to pivot twice. Why not? This Night Spinner hasn't moved. It's got a 40-inch range, doesn't need line of sight, so it's worth staying there. And all the Primaris stuff's over there. And at 2 damage a pop, it's probably more worthwhile fighting at Primaris stuff, shooting at Primaris stuff than anything else. Over on this side, where we lost our right flank after we cleared it, the Wave Serpent's pushed up to here. And then we've got the 2 Warlocks and Seer who have come to attack Marines. They're single wound. They're nowhere near as tough. And the Warlord's got 1 wound left. So actually there's some points there for Slay the Warlord, as well as potentially Blood and Guts and all that kind of stuff. So, and no prisoners and what have you. So we're going to move into the Eldar Psychic phase because we have Master the Warp. Okay, so we're going to start off with the Warlock who has Protect Jinx, and we're going to protect the Seer. Warp charge value of 7. That fails to go off, and I've not got any rerolls left. That would have given him a 3+ invulnerable save. This Warlock is going to cast Destructor. That does go off.
And that's a smite,
It's
right?
essentially smite, so it kills one. Yeah, one's dead. Then the Farseer is going to cast Executioner for a warp charge value of 7. That's a 9. That's D3 mortal wounds for 3.
Ow.
And if you kill models, you do additional D3 mortal wounds
So that's the squad.
for 3. So that's 6 mortal wounds done from the Seer. He kills the squad, and he's got psychic powers left.
How many powers did you just do?
So 1 for
Yeah,
Destructor, 2 for Executioner,
yeah,
and now we're going to cast Smite,
yeah.
and your Warlord's the nearest.
And this will be and this will be Master of the War.
Might want to fight him in the fight phase, actually.
Smite him.
Yeah, I'll smite
Stop
him.
trying to smite me and smite me.
For 8, so that's successful because I needed a 6.
He's dead.
Oh yeah, he's got 1 left, hasn't he? I
That's
was going to roll D3 more wounds.
mortal wound. That's D3.
That's Warlord.
And Warlord.
Cool, perfect. And that's the end of the Eldar Psychic phase because you killed my Hemlock. And we're going to stay over here whilst we enter the shooting phase. And this far Warlock is going to shoot first because he's furthest away and he's just in range of this back guy. 4 shots hitting on 3s. So he hits 3 times. Strength 4. So I wound you on 4s. No wounds. Okay. Next we'll do the Farseer. He hits on 2s. And again, wounds on 4s. These 3 6s are all AP -3.
Is this Mirai again?
It is Mirai.
Target acquired.
He loves the 13.
6s.
3 are dead. And then the Warlock here will fire his Shuriken Catapult, hitting on 3s and wounding on 4s. Oh, no wounds. Oh no, oh no. Okay, so we're going to come over to the Wave Serpent. He's going to disperse his Serpent Shield on a 2+. The nearest enemy within 24 inches. Is that him? Is that him?
Yeah.
Suffers D3 mortal wounds.
Yeah.
Okay, and now
Painful.
his other weaponry, his other weapon systems are going to go down range, and we're going to take out. We're going to try and take out. I don't know actually if I want to fire that yet. I don't have to fire his weapon systems yet because dispersing the Serpent Shield is a separate action.
Edit.
So we're going to come down here to the Night Spinner who's going to fire up and over into the squad of 5 Intercessors. I know there's 3 Hellblasters there and they pose a bigger threat, but they're 2 damage each and I've got possibility of more shots here, so it could be more effective. 2d6 shots for a total of, that's got to be cocked.
Yeah.
For a total of 6 shots. Can I have another dice, please? Thank you. Hitting on 3s. And wounding at strength 7 on 3s. 1 at AP -0.
Threat safe.
And you pass. Okay, perfect. And now we've got the Wave Serpents with their Shuriken Cannons and Scatter Lasers into the Hellblasters. And after both those fired, we killed a Hellblaster. Does he get to shoot when he dies?
Yeah.
He does.
I'll shoot with that thing.
Yeah, overcook him.
Yeah. 1 hit. But I can reroll that because Salamanders each
You
time it's selected
can.
to fight or...
So 3's to wound. So 2 wounds, AP -4, nothing I can do. Flat 4 damage, no Spirit Stones. I've got my Serpent Shield, 2 damage, I've got 3 left.
Yep.
I hope that all makes sense.
Yep.
Which he would then fire. And as a smoking, smouldering wreck at the moment, he didn't actually manage to kill anything. Which leaves just the Crimson Hunter,
Yes.
who's going to try and take on the Dreadnought, because you keep dropping Wisdom of the Ancients, and it's really annoying. So the 2 Bright Lances
4s now.
They hit on 4s, I get to reroll 1s because I'm an Exarch.
Damn it. Oh.
A plane that allows you to reroll 1s, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Strength 8, so 3s to wound. And I wound. It's AP -3, I think, or 4?
Well, we need to check now.
We do need to check. It is AP -4, there's no save. It's D6 damage, you've got 5 left.
Yeah.
That's 4 wounds.
1 left.
Now we have the Pulse Laser hitting on 4s. Rerolling 1s because I'm an Exarch. Hit twice. Strength 8, 3s to wound.
Yeah.
Both wound. These are AP -3, so they're 6 up saves.
Okay.
And they're 3 damage each.
He's dead. Does he go kabooey?
Did you not want to command point that one?
Doesn't go kabooey. No.
Okay. But that's the end of my shooting phase.
Chance. Yeah.
Unless I decide to disperse this Serpent Shield, but that's been saving me against... No, I'm not going to do it because it's saving me against the Hellblasters at the moment. Okay. So at the end of my shooting phase, I can't charge anything and kill it in the fight phase because...
How many things did you kill in the shooting phase?
2 tactical squads in the shooting phase and a Dreadnought.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
So, we have mastered the Warp with 3 psychic powers.
Yeah.
For D3 victory points. For 1.
Okay.
Slay the Warlord for another 1.
So that's 5 points to 7.
Yeah, and then I've got D3 for Blood and Guts.
For, no prisoners. No prisoners, just killing stuff.
Yes, whichever one it is.
1 minute, actually. In total, how many did you kill, though, in total? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah. Because if it's 6, it would have been 2d3.
Yeah, I just got 4. I could have done with some more damage on the Hellblasters from the Wave Serpents. I wasn't that lucky. And I also could have done with him, doing a lot more work on the Intercessors. And I could have got, I think it's D3 plus 3 then. But I didn't. It's just D3. For 2, which makes it 7 points each.
7 points each. What a comeback.
7 points each as we move into Space Marines. Turn 3. The Lieutenant's taken control and orders from him. Mission critical objective is number 6. Advance out of the deployment zone and destroy this Xenos scum with overwhelming firepower. That was quick movement phase.
That's all I got left, Liam. This.
Yeah.
You could fit it in a shoe.
Narratively speaking, in the books and the fluff, this would be still a ferocious force of heroes.
Yeah.
8th edition 40k.
No, they are a ferocious force of heroes.
Okay. Well,
we
we'll see.
Ferocious force. There's objective 6. Got lucky with that one. Need to destroy something in the shooting phase. Don't have Wisdom of the Ancients anymore. This could be a problem.
Yeah, but you've still got a Predator that's full ballistic skill still.
And how many wounds has he got left?
The Flyer's only got 5 and no Spirit Stones.
All right, let's fire at the Flyer with my Pred. Let's put everything into him.
Okay.
4s to hit. I hit once. Yeah, this is the las cannon.
Yeah.
4s to hit.
Come on, point the 2.
No. Do I? Yes. I hit twice.
So you hit twice. 3s to wound.
3s to wound. And re-rolling the 1 because the Lieutenant's there. So 2 wounds.
6 up saves.
Okay. You make 1.
Make 1.
Just 1.
D6 damage, 5 wounds left.
Okay.
3.
Right.
2 left. And you've got the autocannon.
This needs to do it. Just one of these gets through.
Yes.
Just 1. Number of shots. 6 shots.
Oh, he's at full automatic.
Right. 4s to hit you because you're flying through the sky. And I get 3 hits. That's perfectly
good.
Statistically average. Now I need 3. Strength 7. What's the toughness of
6.
that?
3 to wound.
Okay, so there is some downside to having an Eldar flyer.
Not much.
Well, most flyers are toughness 6. Most small flyers, fighters. Rerolling the 1s.
Come on, Winters. 2 wounds. AP -1?
Yes.
4 up saves. 3 damage. Doesn't matter if it explodes. Nothing's in range. The Crimson Hunter Exarch has been destroyed. And from the Flyer, we move to the Hellblasters.
Right, I'm going to overcook because I know he only takes 1 damage at a time, but I want to wound on 3s instead of wounding on 4s. I need him dead. He's got 3 wounds left. So the first guy, rapid firing. And I could re-roll that because of salamanders, but I'll probably kill myself, so let's not do that. And then the other dude hits. Okay, everything. Now I just need everything to wound because he's got 3 wounds left.
Yeah.
3s. Oh, he's dead.
He is dead.
Don't blow up, Liam. Do not blow up.
He didn't blow up either. The Wave Serpent's a wreck.
Literal sigh of relief.
And this ragtag bag of heroes are pulling it out the bag. So the Intercessors then fired down into the Wave Serpent and stripped a single wound off. So he's down to 12 remaining.
Yeah. Then we did the Ancient, and the Ancient didn't strip a wound.
Yeah. So actually, with that minimal castle of Imperial heroes left, you did do some serious damage to me.
Yeah. I'm going to ditch advance because I don't want to move my tank out my thingy bob.
Makes
but
sense,
I did
yeah.
get that objective, and I do get overwhelming firepower, so it is 2 points in it. But this is it. This is all I have. I've got a couple of units. Mind you, you've only got a couple of units. I just found another gun. My drop pod.
You're still on bolter.
Drop pod.
You can fire at any one of these if you want to.
Fire at that one. How many wounds has they got?
3.
3, so I could kill him, rapid fire and storm bolters. Not like that.
Doesn't wound.
Sorry, it doesn't wound. Sorry for wasting everyone's time.
Back to the original topic. So you have pulled 2 points in the lead.
Yes.
And we are moving into Eldar turn 3.
I don't like it. I'm scared.
I'm moving into Eldar turn 3. Now, this is still decent at killing what you've got left, and there's not a lot that you've got in range to fight back. So I'm quite confident with him at taking out the Primaris, but you've probably got heavier hitting stuff left than I have. However, I have got the immense mortal wound output of these 3 that have done some serious work for me so far. But you are 2 victory points in the lead.
I don't like it. Make the pain stop, Liam.
This is brutal. Let's see what happens as we move into Eldar turn 3. And his orders from the Farseer: defend 5, secure 1, and defend 3. He's now playing the objectives game. Okay, now after the movement phase, of course, we've kept the Night Spinner exactly where he is because he's still firing at full ballistic skill, and there's not really anything in threat to him at where he sat there. Over here, we moved a single Warlock back behind this piece of rockery and within 3 inches of objective 5 to start defending that, and he's a character. And he's also further away from that than the Wave Serpent that jumped up onto that exact objective so I could secure objective 1. So because he's nearer to that than he is to the Warlock, he can't target this character, which is good. So, I mean, that Stormbolter, we've seen how powerful that is anyway. What I wanted to do, we've just been speaking about this.
Yeah.
Now, normal me wouldn't do this. Normal me would charge these 3 Psykers up to here and start smiting and mortal wounding out there. But I then put them in harm's way and put them nearer to all of your big guns. So competitive player, we're trying to do, we've dropped Mirai and the other Warlock in here, in behind these ruins, because if they survive, which some of them will, then I can leap up and over in the next turn and then dish out all my mortal wounds. My big concern at the moment, however, is your Predator. Because what you did in the last turn was take out all my big gun, all my anti-tank.
Yeah.
So all I've got left is this, and his focal point at the moment is taking down troops, which we're about to do. So
yeah, normally you would be coming after my stuff to try and chew through it right now.
Yeah. Because
you're getting the points instead.
Because the Psykers are out the way, we've started the Psychic phase off camera and we mortal wounded that to death with Mirai, so that's now down to 5 wounds. We took 3 mortal wounds off of it. However, we've got a couple left. This guy is going to put Conceal on himself, which is successful, which means he's -1 to hit on the off chance that thing is actually close and I've measured it wrong. And then that Warlock's going to put Protect on Mirai for 7 and he fails. Cool, okay. Anyway, now we're into the Eldar shooting phase, and I think that Wave Serpent can't see anything but the drop pod.
You can see through, yeah. Oh. If you want to hit the Predator.
Oh, is it the Predator that I can see?
Yeah, there's a gap here.
Right, okay, we'll do that in a second. More importantly, we'll do the Night Spinner, and I think we're going to take down the Hellblasters. I know there's 5 Intercessors, but the Hellblasters just have got better guns. So 2d6 shots for 10.
Why'd you do this to me?
Hitting on 3s. And at strength 7 they wound on 3s. And 6s at AP -4, and they're all 2 damage.
So one's
dead.
Yeah.
And then the other one has 3 up saves and survives. So 1 Hellblaster survives.
And then on a 3, he shoots.
He does.
And let's see if he can see that thing. I can see his thing, Liam.
You can see.
I can see his thing.
You can see his what?
His thing.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm in rapid fire.
His sticky out thing.
There's that bit up there. You can see he's not in rapid fire though, but I will overcook it, and he hits, and I can re-roll that because Lieutenant doesn't wound anyway.
Okay. And with the exception of this Wave Serpent that will do some firing into the Predator, they did no damage. They're only strength 6 weapons, and there's no AP and no decent AP on those. So that didn't do any damage. So actually all I managed to kill is a single Hellblaster.
Yeah.
Different from the previous 2 turns.
That's very tactical, but you get a point for securing that thingy, Bob.
I get a point for securing 1, and I've started to defend 5, and I think it's near impossible for you to take me off it.
Yeah.
So let's go see what the orders are from the Lieutenant as we move into Space Marines turn 4. Orders from the Lieutenant: no prisoners, that's destroy Eldar. No mercy, no respite. Continue to destroy Eldar and then defend objective 5. The Marines are curious as to what the Warlock is protecting. So we're at the end of the movement phase for the 13th, and this bunch of heroes, this quest of Space Marines have pushed forward. This is about all your movement, right? That's just
Yeah,
it, done.
that's it. It's 9 points to 8. I'm 1 point in the lead, but you're going to get 2 for defending that one, and there's nothing I can do about that.
Yeah.
So you're going to be 1 point in the lead at the end of this turn, unless I kill something, murder something. The only thing I can really draw a line of sight on is this Wave Serpent, and it's a Wave Serpent. It's got all that shenanigans. But you've dispensed your Serpent shield. So
Yes. So that doesn't. So what was reduced damage by 1 doesn't happen anymore.
Doesn't happen
So it's
anymore.
just natural damage now, and there's no spirit stones.
Ooh, thank heavens. Right.
It's got 12 wounds left.
Okay. So I need to kill it. And that's 2 points there.
Now I can see your predator, so that means your predator can see it.
Yeah. I can see the sticky out thing up here. It's this high thing is giving you away. Your turret, is that a turret?
It is a turret.
That's supposed to be a turret.
Yes.
It doesn't look, it's not beefy enough.
Don't start being jealous. You wish you had Wave Serpents.
It's a very small turret. I mean, look at it. I know size isn't everything, but it's not very big. Right, the intercessors will unload into it.
Of course.
I'm hitting on 3s.
Rerolling one of those for being a salamander.
Yes. And then I'm wounding on 5s. And I'm rerolling the 1s because I kept the lieutenant in range and the salamander thing. So that minute -1.
So 4 up saves, and you strip 2 wounds off. So I'm down to 10 left.
10.
Yes.
Okay. Let's overcook with the Hellblaster, which is in rapid fire now. Both hit. Strength 8. Rerolling the 1 because lieutenant.
So 2 wounds, can't save, 4 damage. That puts me on 6 left.
6 left.
Now
okay.
the predator.
Now the predator. Now this has to do it. 2d3 with a predator autocannon. Only 3 shots. And hitting on 3s and wounding on. You're talking 7, right?
Yes, for 4s. 2 wounds. AP -1.
Yes, 3 damage a time.
4 up save. I pass 1 fail. 1 I lose 3 wounds. I'm 3 wounds left, and there's 2 last cannons coming in.
2 last cannons. This has got to do it. This has got to do it.
Go on there, 13.
For the Emperor. 2 hits.
It's a good start.
3s to win. Come on. 1
wound.
wound. Do not roll a 6, Liam.
Do you not have a command point left?
I do have 2 command points left. It's probably worth doing it now. Thanks for
I
pointing that
would.
Because, okay.
There
2
you go.
wounds. 2 wounds.
2 6 up saves.
Yes.
And I've got 3 wounds left.
Yes.
I fail
Oh,
both.
you didn't make either.
Anything but snake eyes.
You see, I want to roll 1 dice. I've got 2d6 damage, but I want to roll 1 to see what would have happened if I hadn't have command pointed it.
If I hadn't have coaxed you into it, it would have died anyway. Now it really dies.
Next dice. Now I'd like it to blow up because your warlord's right next to it.
It won't blow up. See?
It doesn't blow up.
The Wave Serpent has been destroyed.
Okay.
But more importantly, with the exception of your Lieutenant and your Ancient, who I don't think can see anything, your shooting phase is complete.
Yeah. So that'll be no mercy, no respite, and no prisoners.
So that's 2 victory points.
So it's 11 points to your 8.
And I gain 2.
So it's 11 points to 10.
In your favour.
I'm going to ditch defend objective 5. I'm not going to get over there.
Yeah.
I forgot to do the Stormbolter again. We'll do that off camera in a minute. But I've got 1 point. I'm still hanging in there with a core. 1 point left.
Yes.
Come on, boys.
It's moving into Eldar turn 4. So it's 11 points to 10 to the Space Marines. They're in the lead by a single victory point. We've got Defend Objective 2, Advance out of our deployment zone, and the Hidden Path. Make sure there are no enemies within 6 inches, or 12 inches, sorry, of Objective 5. So it's the end of the movement phase for Eldar turn 4, and playing this sort of competitive type game means I don't play like I like to play. So yet again, my Seer has not managed to push in and take on the Imperium's finest, the intercessors in the middle of the battlefield there from the 13th. I've had to push the Night Spinner forward. I don't like doing that because moving that, I didn't put Crystal Targeting Matrix on him. So now he suffers -1 to hit in the shooting phase because it's a heavy weapon. But I needed the point for advance because you're 1 point in the lead.
Yeah, so now it's a draw. And also you're in harm's way.
Yeah, I am in harm's way, but I needed the point. I've only got 4 models left, and you've got more models than me and more gun than me, I think, as well, which is interesting. But what I also got is the Warlock managed to move and advance up there. They get the auto 6 inch advance up on a jet bike. And Marai and that Warlock have pushed up to defend Objective 2. And now we're in the psychic phase.
But also you've got that hidden path thing, because there's no enemy objectives within 5.
So I'm going to get a point for that.
And a point for advancing. So you're now 1 point in the lead.
And I start defending 2.
Yes.
And that's Line Breaker.
Yes. So that'll be 3 points if I don't kill them.
Exactly. So we're going to go into the Eldar psychic phase.
2 points for that, 3 points for in the lead, yeah.
This Warlock will put Conceal on the fast Seer.
Okay.
Which is successful.
Finally.
The other Warlock will put Protect on the Seer, which is successful. So the
he's-
Seer is now -1 to hit and 3 up in vulnerable save.
This guy?
Yes.
Marai?
Yes.
Okay.
Just to keep him alive.
Okay.
Now he's got a smite, just a smite, executioner and guide. There's nothing worth doing there at
Okay.
all, really. So there's no other psychic powers coming from them, which means we rock straight into the shooting phase. And I've got one gun, which is this. So we're going to fire our Night Spinner. And as much as I want to kill the Hellblaster, I think at this stage I need to start stripping wounds from the tank. Wait a minute. Okay, I was thinking that we might need to take the Intercessors down because they're close to time me up in things like combat, etc. But I've got the fly keyword, so I can fall out and shoot, and you've got Space Marine fists, so you're probably not going to tear me apart in combat. So at this point, I'm going to start stripping wounds off of the Predator because I think he's the bigger threat to my characters over here. So 2d6 shots into the Predator for 10.
Wow.
Now I move, so these hit on 4s. Only 4 hits, strength 7, so 4s to wound. And I managed a total of 2 wounds, no AP, no negative armor modifiers, and 2 damage each.
Okay.
So that's 4 wounds.
Yeah, so it's got 6 left.
Which is bracketed him.
Yeah, so let's, last command point. No, yeah, it's bracketed him.
Sure, you don't want to come on point there?
No, he might not be bracketed. I think they start off with 11. I think 6 is still good.
Oh, interesting. That would be interesting. Okay, so Winters has just discovered that 6 isn't bracketed for the Predator. You need another wound to come off before he's bracketed.
Yes.
Perfect. So actually, although I did do some damage to him, not enough, and yet that's the end of the Eldar turn. So the Shuriken Catapult fire to fire into them, much like your Stormbolts is nothing to me. I'm sure that will do the same in return. However, we did the hidden path. There is nothing within 12 inches of this objective marker, so we gain a point, puts it on 11 all. We advanced out of our deployment zone. That makes it 12 points to 11 to the Eldar. We've started to defend Objective 2, and we are behind enemy lines. So currently we're 1 point in the lead, moving into Space Marines turn 5. And at the end of your turn, if those both aren't killed, we will be 3 points in the lead.
Yeah.
It's tight.
Yeah. You're in the lead finally.
It's taken me all game. Even
Yeah.
after that first turn of firepower I had, it's taken me all game to put into the lead on victory points.
I need to pray to the card gods.
We do. Let's see what orders the Lieutenant screams across the Vox as we move into Space Marines, turn 5.
The card gods answer my prayers, Liam.
It looks like, Winters, your Lieutenant is about to get promoted. The cards are spinning the narrative for us at this point. Secure Objective 6 for the 13th. Witch Hunter, it's time to finally destroy Marai and defend Objective 3. And at the end of the Space Marines movement phase, the card gods were kind to Winters.
Couldn't move them very far. I am securing 6.
Which will bring it to 11 points apiece.
12 points apiece.
12 points apiece, so
but
you're right.
you're going to get 2 points for that one, for defending that one. But I am on number 3. So if
you are defending
don't
3
kill
there, yeah.
that with your warp hunter thingy bob,
Wait, Night Spinner.
Night Spinner, if you don't kill it, then I will get 2 points as well.
Yeah. So that will bring you on to 12 each.
Yeah.
And that would then, so I would then get 2 points for 14.
Yeah.
You then get 2 points for 14. This is tight.
I know. And then it's the Predator shooting at your dudes. I just need to kill 1 Psyker for Witch Hunter.
I don't like that I'm going to do this.
Yes.
I know your Predator can draw line of sight.
Right.
But is he nearest to the Warlock or nearest to the Night Spinner?
I can't draw line of sight on the characters that are going to have to kill the thing.
Because that Night Spinner is probably nearest to your Pred, so you'd have to move that way.
So kill the Night Spinner. I'll have to do that and just rely on defending that objective then, I think. And yeah, that's what we're going to have to do.
Pray for a turn 6.
Pray for a turn 6. Because if I kill that Night Spinner, you're going to have 3 characters left and that's it.
I know.
That's it.
I know, and
Bloody.
without a lot of damage output as well. So this is going to be interesting.
Mind you, the Stormbolter could do it. The Stormbolter could kill this thing. So let's start
Witch
here.
Hunter? Yeah, he could, because he's only got 3 wounds. So you've got to hit 3 times minimum.
Yes, it's easy, right? No. I wound you though.
You do wound me, and I have a 3+ save, which I pass.
Okay, right.
4+ save, sorry, which I pass.
Okay, so none of these guys can shoot at your characters, so I'm going to fire everything into the Night Spinner.
Okay, so Overcook.
Overcook. Hits twice.
3s.
Rerolling the 1 because the Lieutenant, and rerolling that one because the Salamander's Chapter Tactics.
AP -4, no save. 2 damage.
Yeah.
6 up Spirit Stones.
Okay.
I pass 1, so I lose 1 wound. Down to 11 left.
Okay.
Now the Intercessors can rapid fire in.
Yeah, the Intercessors will rapid fire it. Let's do that. 3s. And reroll 1. And then 5s. and reroll one of them.
And reroll the 1 as well for the lieutenant?
Oh yeah. Nothing.
Okay, I'll try to help.
Nothing. The ancient. Reroll 1 and then 5s. Oh, he gets through.
AP -1?
Yes.
4 ups.
Have I scratched it yet?
A 6 up. Spirit Stones? Nope. No wounds.
Have I scratched it at all yet?
Well, there's 1 wound off of it so far, yeah.
Okay, Predator autocannon. Number of shots is 3.
This is into the Night Spin as well, yeah?
Yes, it has to be. I can't shoot any of your characters.
2 hits.
2 hits. And force to wound. No wounds. Las cannons. Hit once and don't wound. That's the end of my shooting phase. That's the end of my entire turn. That could have been better.
So you scored a point for secure 6?
Yes.
So 12 each.
12 each.
We've moved on to, well, at this point, I've defended objective over there.
14 points to 12.
And you've started to defend objective 3.
Yes.
And you've got Witch Hunter.
I'm going to ditch Witch Hunter because he's still alive, that Night Spinner.
Yeah.
So it's unlikely that I'll be able to target any of your witches. So I need a draw. I need a good draw.
Okay.
But I'll keep defend 3, obviously.
Perfect. Let's see what happens as we move into Eldar turn 5. And this could be the final turn of the game. Could be. And if I score no points, and I don't kill that,
yeah,
we draw.
No, because you're line breaking.
Well, there's that as well, yeah.
You're line breaking. If you get no points and it ends, you're line breaking, you win.
Let's see what happens as we move into Eldar turn 5. And here are the orders from the Farseer at the start of Eldar turn 5. Secure objective 5, supremacy, and secure objective 6. And here we are after the movement and the psychic phase. So it was quite an easy choice with supremacy. I dropped a warlock onto an objective here. I left that warlock on the objective there. I left that night spin on the objective there. That's supremacy. That's D3 victory points for having 3 objective markers. What I've also done is I've moved Mirai down here and I smited and executioned, and he's got 1 wound left. Just 1 wound left. So we thought we'd come back at the shooting phase, and we're going to try and drop the... Oh, do I try and take the last wound with Mirai? What's their toughness, Winters?
6.
Okay. So
but
4...
you always wound on the 2.
No, not with the Shuriken Catapult.
Oh, with the Night Spinner thing.
So with this,
with his
Shuriken Catapult, we're going to try and take the last wound off.
Okay.
He hits 4 times.
Yeah.
5's to wound.
Yeah.
1 wound.
1 3-up save. Well, Mirai gets it. It stops me defending it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a command point. Let's burn my last command point. It works.
You're fine. Okay, so now I'm going to try and drop the Night Spinner on him, which is good for you because it means the Predator's left alone.
Yep.
So 2d6 shots for a total of 7.
You've been rolling well with that all game.
Yeah, I need 3 more, please, my good sir.
There you are, sir.
Hitting on 3s because I didn't move this time. Oh no.
Oh dear. You haven't been rolling well with that.
Oh dear, oh dear. Strength 7, though, so I wound on 3s.
Yeah.
I would once.
Okay, I don't have a command point left.
You don't?
And this will kill it. It's alive.
It survives, so I don't stop you from defending 3.
No.
Which is perfect.
So I get 2 points.
Put you on 14.
14. You're on 14.
Yeah.
Then you've secured objective 5. You're
15.
on 15, and you get D3 for supremacy.
D3 victory points. For 1 to put me on 16 to your 14, and I will bin secure 6.
Will you?
Because your Marines are all over it.
So,
and it gives me 3 fresh cards if there's a turn 6.
16 to 14.
I'm currently winning.
The player who went first rolls the dice.
Yes.
And you're winning. So I need a turn 6.
And I don't want one.
And you're line breaking as well, actually. So let's find out if the world ends. It does. Eldar victory.
Wow. And at the end of what is probably the most competitive game Winston and I have played and probably will ever play against each other, it is ended with simply 3 victory points in it because line breaker and the 2 points I scored in my 5th turn. It took me 4 turns to catch you up on points and go past you.
Yeah.
And actually, I'll be honest with everybody who's watching this, a little part of me towards the end wanted that little bunch of heroes to be victorious because they just sort of pulled together and they've just fought tooth and nail to keep you in this game, which has been incredible.
It's been very interesting. You've got 3 characters left in a tank. That's all you've got left.
Yeah.
All I've got is this little footprint here. And that's why we play Maelstrom. That's what made it interesting, because if it was just a Eternal War mission, we could have just, instead of darting around the board and you were trying to do this and I was trying to do that, we'd have just smashed each other, and probably there'd have been nothing left in one of the armies by the end of turn 4 or something.
Yeah.
And then there'd have been a tabling and someone would have won. So that's why I prefer card games. It was absolutely brutal, but the card game made it more interesting.
I mean, look at your first turn and how much you'd annihilated.
Yeah.
And then look at my first turn after that and how much I annihilated.
Yeah.
And if that had just carried on, after 2 battle rounds, we'd be done.
Yeah.
It'd be finished.
That'd been it.
So Maelstrom definitely adds some interesting variation to the game. So there's a few occasions here with the cards where I would have wanted my Psychers to come in here and smite and Executioner and etc. and just dish out mortal wounds to try and wipe you out. But because of the cards, it encouraged me to stay over there, which meant these guys could keep kicking out firepower and securing objectives and stuff. So it does make a difference, and at that point it's whether you think that destroying the unit and stopping them from scoring any points is more important than you scoring points yourself.
Yeah.
And it can be a tough choice to make sometimes.
Yeah, you've said a couple of times that you don't think that your biker Saim Hann list is any good. And the things that made this list good were the flyers, were the night spinners, were the fire prisms. That's what made it strong.
Yeah.
But the bikers are quick.
Very quick.
You brought a strong list.
You told me to bring as strong as I could.
I did tell you to bring as strong as I could.
So
I'm thinking I should have stuck with the 5 dreadnoughts now.
Yeah, I think you should have done. There's some interesting combos there, though. The Predator lasts significantly longer than I normally see them last.
Yeah.
But I think that Mortis Pattern Contemptor, that's more of a threat to me than anything else he had. 4 of those last cannons hit on 2s if he stands still.
Yeah.
Dropping Wisdom of the Ancients on him, that's unbelievably good.
I failed all of the saves as well.
And those jumpy dudes, I mean, I apologise for the amount of them that I killed in the first turn.
That was about 600 points you wiped out in one
But
turn.
they're frightening, the damage they can kick out.
Yeah, they are good.
So they were... 3 of them were at, one of them was at -1 because of my stratagem. One of them was at -2 because of my stratagem and your advance. One of them was at -1 because of your advance. And you still wiped out a huge portion of bikes.
Yep.
Because my scatter lasers, that's 6 bikes with 4 shots each at strength 6.
Yeah.
And they were gone. I didn't get to use them.
No.
Unbelievably strong.
It was your psychic stuff that did it though, right? You moved around and you killed an entire squad with psychic first before you started shooting out.
Yeah. That was a risk though. I was really concerned about dropping Mirai and the Warlock there with your castle there.
Yeah.
And if it hadn't gone so well, with all your jumpy dudes, if I hadn't killed all them and then left them alive, I was in trouble then. I was in a lot of hurt. But I had to take that risk, I think. And considering I was your first turn, you scored 5 victory points. That's huge. That puts me straight on the back foot.
Yep.
And forces me to make decisions that maybe I wouldn't normally make because I'm already 5 points behind. And I think standard you score 2 to 3 victory points in 40k in Maelstrom. Normally, average.
When you go competitive, you do tend to score more than that, I think. I think 5 is about average for a strong list. You should be getting the points.
Okay.
The other thing that made it interesting, I thought, is there's a very good table set, Liam.
Thank you, mate.
I like it. There's lots of large line of sight blocking terrain. Some of the decisions I had to make and you had to make because of moving models around and because of placement and because line of sight was so restricted, it made it interesting as well.
I also tried to build something that looked a little bit narrative too.
It does. There's like this town around this dried up riverbed in the middle.
Yeah, I quite like it.
Yeah, it's nice.
Anyway, thank you so much for coming down.
No, thank you for having me.
It's always a joy when you're down here and we're throwing dice and we play narrative and it's fun and we play competitive and it's fun and you play Elder and you enjoy yourself.
No.
I love it. If you guys have enjoyed watching me play Winters and you enjoyed my battle reports and you enjoy Winters' battle reports, as we mentioned at the start, don't forget to check out deploymentzone.tv as modelled by his wonderful t-shirt. Check out the website, come and join us in the deployment zone. There's, not hundreds, there's over 50 battle reports in there. There's Winter's top tips, there's campaigns, there's tutorials, there's big debates, there's sit and talks, there's loads of stuff. There's a merchandise page. You can get said t-shirt. You can also email this wonderful man if you want some dice.
Yeah.
Please. We've got loads of red ones and quite a few green ones, and we've pretty much run out of blue ones already.
But we really appreciate the people who've already joined us in the deployment zone. So if you want to support us and help us make more battle reports and help this dream come alive, then please come and join us.
And the more people that come and join us, the more content we can kick out, and the more of this stuff we can produce and we can create, and the more you get to enjoy it, basically. Also, shout-outs go to GameMat.eu for the battle mats and the scenery, to Urban Mats for this scenery, and then to Cromlech.eu for the objective markers, the command point tokens that you've seen, all available through our deploymentzone.tv merchandise page on the website. A massive shout out goes to my patrons and Winter's patrons for supporting the channels individually as well. You guys are a legend. Thank you very much. And finally, a big shout out to our sponsors, Element Games, because Element are awesome. Anything you want to add, Winters?
No, thank you. Is it tea now?
It is definitely tea now.
Awesome.
I've kept you in here and thrashed you to death in this competitive game.
Cup of tea.
So let's go and have a cup of tea. Let's go do the tea phase. Steve, not Rob's got me making of the tea phase t-shirt.
Has he?
Yeah.
Nice,
Don't
I like
forget the tea phase.
Have you got any chocolate chip hobnobs?
I don't. I've got chocolate brownie.
What?
Cheesecake.
I don't do cheesecake.
So let's go make some tea where we will put the milk in last. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.